What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Bro, I got a lot going on right now, Deke. I ain't even gonna lie to you, baby. It's a lot on my mind right now, and you're right in the heart of it, Deke. All right? Look at the screen, please. Just look at the screen. No, not my screen. The screen. The big screen. The real screen. We in the heart of it right now, man. I'm locked in, baby. You walked in at a bad time. Showtime, but we locked in right now, bro. All right? So just know what time we on, Deke. You seen the Kanye was bumping. Shout out to that Vultures, too. But, yeah, man, we got USA versus Serbia. Started the second half, about to go down right now. And they playing with us, B. They think they like that. We had to start getting a little bit more serious in the second quarter. We cut that thing down to, like I said, man, 11. So now it's time to go ahead and get real serious. So I'm just letting you know, Deke, we done set up in the chair. You know how we playing the game. First half, we was kind of, we been here with it. Just letting you know how to have, bro. We here now, all right? So that's what you just walked in on, Deke. I'm sorry, but that's what we on right now, man. USA. Let's go, baby. Shoot, Noah Lyles ain't get us the goal in the 200. He ended up getting that third, but shout out to him, though. You know what I'm saying? But they trying us right now, man. They playing with us. So, it's one of them days right now, Deke. You just walked in at a bad time. Great that you're here. Shout out to you being early, too. But, bro, it's real life right now, man. In real life, Serbia just having the game of their life in the first half. We ain't tripping, though. Don't get it twisted. Just wanted to throw it out.
I was seriously considering
Don't get that twisted.
putting $1,600, $1,600 down on USA to win this game, to win 100. Just viewing it as a investment opportunity.
Don't trip, though. All money is good money. Just remember that.
I feel like I'm in a good spot by not putting that money down.
Safe. You're not going to make no money, but you can't lose any money. So like I said, it's safe. If you want to play safe, that's what you're doing. That is a smart decision. And I always encourage people, if you can't stomach the journey, don't put no money on anything, man, because it is never going to be exactly how you expect it to be. But as long as the result ends the way that you want it to be, then it was worth it. But if you ain't about that life, man, don't play that game, because it gets real over here, baby. But it's a one today. This is a good one, though. Shout out to Serbia, man. I'm liking the game. Definitely digging it. But how you, man? What's the word with you, man? I feel like I didn't hijack the beginning of the segment, man, because I'm locked in on game mode. I'm smacking the floor like I'm at Duke, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we win, obviously.
Heck yeah, man. Women's team won yesterday, too. Shout out to them.
Pirate season's over.
No, it's not. Don't do that.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Yep.
Don't do that. No. We need good vibes. Positive. All right.
Oh, it's over.
So I said it's over. Give me the update. What happened? Because I definitely missed it, bro. I've been so locked in on this like Olympics thing, man. Yeah. I think the last time I checked in with the Pirates was when we was talking about them taking out skins and then us blowing that game. And yeah, I think that was the last time
We're officially a game under 500.
Okay.
Bednar blew another one last night.
See, why you always say Bednar?
He did.
Why it's gotta be him?
We were up a run going
into
crazy
the
last inning, and he gave up a home run.
That's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
I'm just stating facts. This isn't even
Bednar,
like me putting extra on Bednar or anything. Yeah. It's just I'm stating facts from yesterday's game.
I think that's just crazy that's the fact. Of 9 innings of baseball, that's the singular fact that you took. That's crazy. That's all I'm saying, man.
Well, we lost the game, and that was a part of it.
Man, we just stopped scoring. That's what it was.
No, I think we actually had 6 runs. Kutch was clutch yesterday.
Yeah,
I watched most of the game. Man. Yeah, I watched it almost start to finish yesterday.
Yeah.
Thought we were going to pull one out for my birthday, but we didn't.
I know, bro.
Thought we were going to get an Aiyuk trade done yesterday, too, for my birthday. Hey, listen,
I thought so, too. You know that's what I was waiting on. I was like, that's the gift. You want your birthday gift? That's the gift right there. It looked like it was almost there. I mean, we even, like you said, we reacted to AB, dropping it first, and then we had the Shefty and Rappaport Civil War going again. It's nowhere near. It's dead. Don't even think about it. Hey, man, it's almost about to happen. They're right at the finish. I'm just like, all right, who do you want to believe?
Filipponi got in the mix.
He did. Shout out to Pony. Pony been tapping into some of this, insider breaking news type game. So we see it. What's up?
And then Dulac, I think within like 30 minutes or an hour later. It was some Pittsburgh on Pittsburgh violence.
It was
there.
A lot
because
I
was gonna say a lot of what this
bro.
Aiyuk stuff has been. It's been like either like a burner account.
Yes.
Giving the information saying the deal's done, or someone local, and then someone from the national media has to come out of nowhere and
say
squash
something against it.
Yeah, but this was Pittsburgh on Pittsburgh violence yesterday. Filipponi dropped that
so
verbal agreement in place,
update.
And then Dulac an hour later, just like specifically used the same words Filipponi used as well.
I love the troll. I love it.
Yeah, there's absolutely no verbal agreement in place.
They
are not hammering out the details.
Shout out to Dulac said, y'all can't do the team source better than me. Dulac said, I'm the OG team source guy. All right. So I don't care what any of you newcomers are saying. If I ain't saying it, then it ain't real. That's what Dulac just basically said right there. Shout out to Dulac. All I know is, D, when I be at the places that I be at with the people that I be with, I be seeing Dulac. I don't be seeing some of these other people. That's all I'm going to say, D. So when in doubt, I do be leaning his way a little bit because I'm just like, yo, you all the places that I be at, and I don't know why you're here, but you're here. And it ain't no other these other guys, they don't be in here, but you be in here. So when he be dropping stuff, I be like, you know what, man? You know somebody. That's all you know somebody. So shout out to Dulac, but that is funny, bro. That is funny.
That's basically how it went down.
That is funny, bro. They going at it. But you know how it is in that game, man. It's always about, who gets it out first. So, I mean, shoot, just keep shooting. Eventually, somebody going to be right, whether it's the pro Aiyuk or the anti-Aiyuk crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still think it's happening.
I do too.
Part of me thinks there is a little bit of a conspiracy that the patriarchy, like the national media, the mainstream, and probably even like the teams in the NFL don't want this burner account that's online with a dog as their profile picture, or even CTSPN ahead of the curve on getting the information out before they do.
Because then it starts to mess with the hierarchy of how the NFL as a brand has been created and thrives. They control the media, they control where the news comes from. So if you're able to get breaking news and all this other stuff from all these other, ancillary accounts, then it kind of defeats the purpose of Fox or ESPN or NFL Network having the deals that they have with the NFL. Because it's like, man, they ain't going to tune into us anyways. They tune it into AB's account. They tune it into us. They tune into other places. So, I get that part. But shout out to the little man,
I think they're prolonging right now the inevitable.
Yeah, I can see that. Shout out to the little guys, though, man. Little guys matter. All right? So the fact that we got guys, breaking news and stuff like that, I still rock with it, man. I like it. But, bro, it needs to happen. So, I'm come on, man. Get my man in camp.
AB said after the first preseason game.
That makes sense. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Be patient.
AB told us be patient. I'll be patient, bro. Has AB ever lied to you?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I don't think he's lied. Technically. I just don't think he's ever said it the right way to us. But he's never lied. I don't think he's ever lied to us publicly, though. I don't think it's ever happened, Deke. I don't know. I could be off.
He said James Harrison gave him CTE.
Listen, have you ever seen James Harrison hit anybody before? It's a strong possibility that James Harrison might have contributed in some way, shape, or form to AB's current status. That's all. Now, of 100% of it, if Debo played 1%, that could be it. It's still true, though. 1% is more than 0%. So from a technicality standpoint, he hasn't fabricated anything just yet.
I'm hard pressed to believe Debo was lighting up AB in practice. And I don't remember Debo hit on AB whenever Debo was on the Bengals.
All they said is with concussions in CTE, it is due to the repetitive shaking of said brain. All right, so maybe Debo was running by him really fast, or he was lifting weights and, he dropped this 600 and he was like, whoa, and it shook him and then brain rattle. So it's part of it, man. It's AB we talking about, man. Nobody really knows what's going on. We just, we rolling with him right now because it's AB.
So, yeah, that's where we're at.
So if you had to, if we were doing odds, over or unders, deal gets done this weekend, Aiyuk, what you thinking?
That would be after the first preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think it gets done.
Okay.
Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday. Shoot, I can't complain. Either day's going to work well for me, man. In fact, do it on Sunday because, I might be a little busy on Saturday. Do it on Sunday. Yeah. But either way, it's going to be a vibe. I like that. All right. Shout out, like I said, man, to good old AB and CTESPN as well, man, because I feel like he was first on it. Am I tripping or was he first on it?
I think he was.
And then from there, we started to see the Schefters and Rappaport start doing their battles, and everybody came after that. Okay. I like it then. I like it. All right, so what you got on your plate, man? I mean, and shout out to the fit, too. I see you dripped out. Just know that I know, okay?
Not too much. Just celebrated a birthday yesterday.
I know, bro. How you feeling? You don't feel old, young? I mean,
feel the same. Probably feel the best I have in 10 years, maybe.
Oh, okay. Let's get it.
Yeah, so I don't really feel older. Feel pretty damn good.
Let's go.
It was a normal day. Hung out with family, had some dinner, had some steak, which was nice.
Let's go. Shout out to the steak then.
Got to watch the Pirates blow a game.
But was it exciting, though? A little exciting, right? Just a little bit. They get a little.
Yeah, that doesn't cut it.
They get a little exciting.
There's a lot of Steeler games that are exciting. We end up losing. Yeah. Doesn't make me happy.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, Pirate season's probably over. I mean, the vibes are just terrible right now.
They bouncing back, bro.
Chapman was unbelievable.
He was doing 104s and 105s.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. It's unfortunate we couldn't close that out.
Yeah. Because he was looking good. Y'all started seeing his highlights? Absolutely. They said he's back, man.
Yeah, he was awesome yesterday. He was awesome. Went toe-to-toe with Machado. Mm-hmm. For the last out at the inning, just basically was grooving right down the pipe and was like, hey, hit this. This is going to be 105. Hit this. Try your best. Shout out
to the gamesmanship, too. Both, guys acknowledging that gas that came off of Chapman's arm, too, man, because that was filthy.
Yeah, I don't got much going on. I've been doing probably the same thing everyone else has been doing, and that's refreshing Twitter and the internet to see when this Aiyuk deal's getting done.
I could dig that. If it wasn't for, like I said, man, these Olympics, I would be right there with everybody else, man. I'm still closely monitoring the situation to see what we're going to get, man. But we'll see, man. We shall see. But, let's see, man. Other than that, man, we do have a game that we're going to preview a little bit, man, because it's the first time we're going to see the guys in stadium. We have an official depth chart and Coach Tomlin official comments as well, man. So, like I said, we're definitely going to react and get after all of that. Then the homie TG will be on with us at 5:30 today. All right. A little bit different than his normal time and normal day. But either way, man, we're going to have him come through, you know what I'm saying, talk a little bit of this talk with us as well, man. But with that being the case, let's start the show like how we always do. Drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from. And in that way, we'll give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. Oh, and of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel, baby.
Michael Parks from the 812. Chris Furman from the 856 New Jersey.
Shout out to Jersey.
Birthday,
Jersey
Deke.
in the building, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, bro, and shout out to everybody that was showing my man love, too, man. I seen that in the comments, man. That last video we just got off of, man. A lot of people showing my dog love, man. They love you out here, bro. Your name ring bells in these streets in a positive way. You got good credit, man. Shout out to you,
yeah.
Bro. Shout out to you.
David Spencer tuning in from the 252 East North Carolina. Checking in.
Shout out to East North Carolina. Mm-hmm.
Booyah from the 651 East Side St. Paul.
Shout out to East Side St. Paul one time for the culture.
Juice Bellamy from the 610 Villanova.
Yeah, Juice Bellamy. What up, Juice? Y'all had me rolling with your pre-show commentary. And yes, I do watch some of the pre-show comments and chats, man. I do. I know what up, Jules was asking that. I don't be participating, but I be noticing. I agree with you about the emoji too. I think it'll be a dope little emoji, but we'll get to that another time.
X Concepts tuning in from the 724 Claridge, PA. Con Artist is about to make John Lynch look like Ryan Poles.
Ooh. I mean, the con man don't blink. That's the one thing I will say about him. He hasn't been finessed in any deal just yet.
So I'm not surprised that insiders are coming out of the woodwork and saying Pittsburgh's offer just don't hit the same as the other teams.
They say, yo, for some reason, they trying to finesse the deal, it seems like. Yeah, that's the con, man. Let the con man cook the way the con man
49ers
cooks.
love the Browns and Patriots trade package.
I did see that.
They just don't really like the Steelers.
I did see that. How'd you feel about that when you were seeing some of that Browns and Patriots commentary, man? Hey.
Well, Browns are just stupid. Patriots, kind of stupid, too.
I'm listening.
I get on the surface why you'd want to add a receiver, help out your rookie quarterback, but Brandon Aiyuk is going to make no difference to what their team does this year. Maybe you get an extra win, but Patriots are going to suck.
I can see that with the Patriots, unless you believe that, young quarterback or Jacoby Brissett can come out there and actually have, the C.J. Stroud effect, right? Or even to an extent the Kenny Pickett effect. He made it to the postseason his second year, was in contention to make it to the postseason his first year as well.
I just think it'd be really stupid to trade for Aiyuk and then shell out all that money for him when you're in this rebuild mode.
Yeah, I can see.
Maybe
Cleveland.
in a year or two when you start to become on the cusp, but you're just in a tough spot that I don't think Ayuk's going to make that much of a difference, and then you're going to be leveraging your future too by trading for him. Yeah. Browns, they're talking about
Cleveland.
They're talking about throwing Cooper in the deal potentially. Mm-hmm. Is Aiyuk? Yeah, I was gonna say, is Aiyuk even a slam dunk upgrade over Cooper if you're the Browns?
You're younger at the position, though.
Yeah, you get younger.
Yeah,
you're gonna pay him, but you're gonna have to give up a pick or something too with Cooper. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I feel almost the same way as I do with the Patriots. I don't think Aiyuk's gonna be making a difference that much for the Browns. Like, if you're giving up Cooper. Now, if you're adding Aiyuk to Cooper and Judy and your offense, I think it changes a little bit. But at the same time, I think it's just not even possible with the Browns because you can't afford all these players.
How do you view Aiyuk and Cooper right now?
I mean, similar. They're in the conversation for, like, bottom top 10 receivers.
Mm-hmm. So that's very similar. Yeah. I just think, like, they're very similar, and I think the difference is, like I said, you're just getting younger at the position, but you got Judy, so you look at him as your number 2 regardless of if it's Coop or if it's Aiyuk.
And I get why. So yeah. If that was the offer I get why the Niners would want to do that trade.
Yeah.
I get it for sure. But he doesn't want to go to the Browns.
Which is smart by him. He knows what's over there.
He doesn't want to go to the Browns and Patriots, so that helps the Steelers a ton.
He knows exactly what's in Cleveland. Don't go to Cleveland, man. You know what time it is. They play the Steelers twice a year. I don't think you want them problems, man. So I like that, bro. Mm-hmm.
So not only is it just the Steelers and how we do things, the organization that's keeping us in this mix for Aiyuk, but also you got to give credit to Tomlin, because for as much as Tomlin haters out there want to shit on him, he's part of the reason why we're in the mix for Aiyuk.
Facts. Because clearly we not offered the best deal, but clearly Aiyuk wants to be here.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
I think it's the combination of how we run things, our organization, the Steelers brand, but then also having Mike Tomlin here as the coach.
Yeah,
people want to play for Tomlin.
Yeah, and I'm sure for Aiyuk, if you're just talking about leaving the Niners organization, which you feel has been really stable and has had a lot of success, at least for Aiyuk's NFL tenure, he's only known stability and success out there in San Fran. What is the closest thing to that when you're looking at Cleveland, New England currently, and us? It's the Steelers. You know what I mean? In terms of front office, head coach, consistency, talent, all sides of the ball. Like, I think that's the part that has to be really appealing, because you don't want to go from being on a contender where you've played in a Super Bowl, in an NFC Championship game, and now you got to go to a Cleveland that is up and down depending on which quarterback shows up, or you're going to New England, who is in the middle of a full-on transition, first-year coach, post-Bill Belichick, and they haven't looked the most, optimistic even when you're talking about them a year ago. So, I mean, for Aiyuk, I get it. It makes a ton of sense to want to be here.
Yeah, and if the numbers are close to equal, sometimes you take the day-to-day happiness and the winning and the vibes over that extra million or two. Mm-hmm. I think that's what Ayuk's willing to do, because I don't think we're going to offer him the same as what the Patriots, because the Patriots,
they were 30 plus, right?
I think the Patriots are going to make him a top 5 paid receiver. We're not trying to do that. Maybe we're in the 27, 28 range. Mm-hmm. But again, you just got to weigh your options. Do you want that extra couple mil, but be on the Patriots and be miserable for the next 3-4 years potentially, or be on the Steelers where the vibes are high right now? You get to play for Mike Tomlin, get to play for an iconic brand.
That's facts, man. That is facts.
And then, the Browns are the other team in the mix, and they're a dumpster fire year in, year out. Mm-hmm. Kevin Stefanski has righted the ship a little bit, but you still have Deshaun Watson as have Deshaun Watson as your quarterback, and it's still a mess over there. Mm-hmm. It's still always going to be a mess until they prove otherwise.
But that's the one thing I would say with Stefanski, though, man. what, 2 out of the past 4 years now? Or is that 3 out of the past 4 years? He's had him in the postseason.
Yeah, it might be 3.
Yeah. So that's the one thing that I will give to them. I won't give much, but it's like, all right, Stefanski at least has that part going for them.
I'll give credit to Stefanski. I'm not giving credit to much else up there.
Yeah. So, you said, man, hopefully we get something updated this weekend, though, man, with that, man. All right.
We were doing shout-outs.
I hijacked it. My bad, bro. I hijacked it. Yeah, that was I hijacked it. All right, let's see.
I don't need to say anymore. I said enough.
All right. I'm gonna get a couple in here real quick, man. Just so I can feel better about the situation right now. All right. Augie Slays. Shout out to Augie Slays in the 724 Greensburg. Shout out. Then from there, Mook in the 984 tapping in from the 262 Racing, Wisconsin. Shout out to Racing, Wisconsin. I've actually never heard of that place before, but it sounds dope. All right, Don Hefe Quan in the 323 Watts, California. Knows how to party. The bro Barian always tapping in from the 757 Chesapeake, the crib. You already know what time it is, man. Salute you, baby. Always appreciate you being in the building with us. Trevin Chapman watching from Louisiana. Shout out to Louisiana. And then let me end it with the homie Lifted Ones in the 916 South Sacramento. He says, I've taken a break from blowing trees. Looking forward going to Cloud 9 this weekend. All right. So he's been taking a break and now he's getting back into the activities. Hey, man. Well, hey, enjoy yourself as you research, player. And who's this that had this comment? Make sure I get you. DJ Lundy. Yes, I did see that we signed Let's Go UW's boy, Easton Gibbs. Shout out. I did see that. Yes. All right. So I think we back now. I think we good. All right.
Well, you might have more supers than me.
It's okay.
I'm starting at Yo Young.
Oh, hold on. A person?
Yeah.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, you good.
He says a person from his high school is wrestling for the gold tomorrow.
Shout out. About to say, man, I like that, man. I'm definitely team wrestlers, man. All right. I like it. Hopefully, he gets take care of business, man, get that goal, man. I likes that. Let's get it.
Let's go, UW says, Steelers sign my guy, Easton Gibbs. The LB room gets better depth every day. Hopefully he beats out Mark Robinson and gives some special teams value.
He done put a name on it, Deke. He didn't just say hopefully he makes a spot, beats out somebody. He says hopefully he beats out that one right there. Yikes. Nah, man, let's keep it real. That's the interesting part of it. They're bringing competition into that room. Easton Gibbs definitely brings a lot in terms of athleticism for the position. We know that he was a productive player in college. I talked about him. Shout out to Let's Go UW. He was kind of the one that put us on to him when Easton was coming out. Was that 2 years ago now? I think 2 years ago. Yeah, because he went down to Jacksonville initially, if I remember correctly. But whenever you're talking about bringing a guy that has already played in the league, man, you like that part. He's young, so you definitely like that. And competition at the end of the depth chart in that room when you're talking about guys like Mark Robinson. You also have a guy in the name of Tyler Medicavage who's in there. Now, granted, Red is way more proven, but he's not the starter in that room. So when you're not the starter or the top 2 or 3 dudes, every year you have to prove it. And that's the one thing that I will say, but I know Red ain't, he ain't taking no break. He definitely ready for that. But for Easton, man, I think it's a great opportunity for him, man. Mark Robinson is somebody that he can look at, and Mark is going to do certain things that are a little bit more physical and explosive. But what Easton brings, he's going to also do certain things that's going to make Mark Robinson be like, all right, I got to make sure that I'm more consistent in this area because this guy does do this well. So for Easton, man, I'm excited for him, man. Like I said, I like it, man. Anytime we bring in linebackers or players that we were kind of all talking about pre-draft, and then they find a way to get back here, it's always cool to just see, can they actually develop, mature, and become one of these players that, we hope that they could be when we're evaluating them, man. So shout out to Easton, though, man.
Let's go, UW. Allegedly, we have offered Dan Moore, James Daniels, CA3, and a second-round pick, but the Niners allegedly want GP or Muth and a first or 2 first-round picks.
How you feel about that?
Well, we're not giving up Pickens or Muth, I'll tell you that. And we're not giving up 2 first-round picks. If the package is all 3 of those players and a second, that seems a little steep too. I thought it was any one of those 3 plus a second. Dan Moore, James Daniel,
or
he's
making
Calvin
it sound
Austin.
like it's all 3 of them plus a draft pick. I'm just like, man.
Yeah, that seems a little steep.
I mean,
but
dang, there are 2 starters you're throwing in there in terms of Daniels and Dan Moore.
Yeah, I don't know where the Niners are finding this crazy Aiyuk value from, that he's this top 5 receiver, deserves that second offer of Pickens or Muth and a first. Like, where is this coming from? DeAndre Hopkins in his prime went for a second-round pick to the Cardinals. A.J. Brown coming from the Titans, like, who I would maybe make a comparable like trade market comparison to with Aiyuk.
Yeah.
He went for a first to the Eagles. Like, come on, man. Like, a second, all right, maybe the Steelers get the one up on that, but when Aiyuk wants to play here and he doesn't want to go to any of these other teams making offers, like, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If it was a bidding war between 3 teams Aiyuk was willing to go to, then yeah, maybe you do pony up the first round pick. I don't understand where the Niners are finding this crazy Aiyuk value from, thinking that he deserves to be traded for like he's Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase.
I mean, statistically though, he had a dope year.
Yeah, he's good. He's good, but I mean, DeAndre Hopkins in his prime went for a second.
DeAndre never played in the Super Bowl though. Aiyuk
I don't even know
plays.
what that means.
Aiyuk made play. Come on, man. He got postseason production. That shows he made plays in all his postseason games, Super Bowl. Oh, come on, man.
That is nothing.
You count all the big games. You know they weighted more. That does count. So maybe that's where they see the value, because they say, man, I've seen him not just in the regular season, I've seen him in the postseason too.
For that stuff than this.
I mean, he still did it though.
He's good. He's good. I mean, he's not DeAndre Hopkins in his prime though.
No.
AB, we had to trade him for like a 3rd-round pick.
AB had a lot going on with his situation though.
We're in a similar spot right now with Aiyuk. Aiyuk's not taking shots at people,
well,
but
that's what I'm saying.
He doesn't want to be a 49er, and he wants out. The leverage is kind of gone from the 49er side of things.
But when I say it's not to the AB showed up for his last game as a Pittsburgh Steeler in a mink coat and walked off. Remember? Didn't dress. Aiyuk has never gotten to that.
But just the thought of this dude doesn't want to be there anymore. He wants to trade it out. Like, it's tough, man. Like, we go by the mantra, you want volunteers, not hostages. And I think the Niners probably go with the same ideology because they're a well-run organization. You don't want this around for the season. You don't want this around.
True. But at the same time, if you're the Niners, you're not going to give away this asset that you've brought in as a draft pick, cultivated, developed, and now that it's ready to, take this next level, and we're having a little bit of a difference of opinions on what the price value is on this guy. That doesn't mean I'm just going to give him away to this other team because they really, really want him. They really, really need him, but they don't want to give me what I think he's worth. If I think he's worth that, that's what I think he's worth.
Yeah, we'll see what Aiyuk does. Does he sit out the season? Does he come in disgruntled? All right, I'll take your money.
That's a real question.
I'll take your money, but I'm just going to be pissed off and not play hard. That's fine, too. Like, he could really go hardball.
I think if you do that, though, it hurts Aiyuk more than it hurts the Niners. Because the Niners already have other pieces that they already drafted in place. No different if a guy were to get hurt. But if you send that message that if I don't get my way, I'm going to shut down on you and I'm not going to participate. Do we really want that type of attitude here in Pittsburgh? Because I think that's what we would start looking at if you get to week 6 and you like, oh, he's clearly out here doesn't care. Now we go over here like, well, dang, we seen when GP at one point in time didn't get what he wanted and we had to have that talk with him. It's like, man, are we about to have that to an even greater degree because he's going to come here and get $30 million? So now when he says, bro, you ain't giving me enough targets, I'm not getting what I want. You've already seen what I did in San Fran. I'll do it here too. I just think he has to be very cautious and careful if he takes that approach because we've seen how these owners operate, man.
Yeah, I get you're not trying to give them away, but damn, dude. Like, all right.
Yeah.
All right, you got 2 teams that are offering a trade package that you want, but Aiyuk doesn't want to go to. Aiyuk obviously doesn't want to come back and play for you. Steelers are the only offer right now. Yeah. Like, you just, you got to take the L, man. Sometimes you got to take the L. You should have traded Aiyuk before the draft. You probably could have got more.
But if you're the Niners, what's the difference of you just having him sit the whole year and now he's miserable, but he ain't going nowhere else, and you don't have to worry about him hurting you either in terms of having to play against him because you still control his rights.
Well, they need an O-lineman by all accounts. They need an O-lineman, and Getting an extra asset for the draft never hurts.
But
and you don't have to pay him. You gotta pay all these other players too. So all right, pay Aiyuk at your I don't know what are you gonna do? Pay Aiyuk and then not pay Trent Williams, and you got all these other dudes you gotta pay. They're not gonna be able to afford all this, and they know this.
Yeah, but they don't have to make that decision today though. And I think the way that we're looking at it as outsiders are like, yo, man, y'all might as well make the decision. Might as well just give them up. Might as well just take this loss. Just take the deal. And they like, bro, that might be the case, but we don't have to do that until a year from now, realistically. And if they wanted to really be butts about it, they could tag Aiyuk after that and be like, we got it for the next 2. So that's the part where I'm just like, I don't think that they look at it as we've completely lost just yet. Whereas I think your perspective is like, bro, at this point in this thing, man, y'all not going to get a better deal. Take this. It is what it is. I just think for them, they're like, no, we ain't done just yet. We got a couple more options here we can go with. This was public out here, but we still got some other stuff that we could do. And I think they're at that stage, but something has to happen sooner rather than later, though.
Yeah,
for both of them.
Season's almost going to start.
Yeah, because for Aiyuk, it's like, all right, you keep sitting out. That's fine. But now what is your conditioning like when it's actually time to play in these games? What version are we getting of you? Whether it's via trade or if you're still in San Fran. It's getting real, baby. It's getting real. Shout out to them contracts, though, man. This is the only time we get that. With that buddy involved. The dude's like, hey, man, I need my compensation. And this where that business side come out from the owners. Hey, man, we ain't about to just give you all that.
And part of me thinks, even if the Niners want to up their offer a little bit, I just think it's too far gone at this point with Aiyuk and them. I think he's just done. He's fed up. They paid everyone else but him.
So from your perspective, who gets hurt more? Because I kind of gave you my perspective. If it works where Aiyuk sits out this year, all right, they can't get this deal done. Who do you think it hurts more in that situation from your perspective?
If he sits out?
Yeah, say the Niners don't get a deal done, they can't move him, but at the same time, they can't come to an agreement contract-wise.
It'll be Aiyuk. Niners are not going to benefit from it either. I think they're going to be hurting.
Yeah.
I think they'd be hurting. But, yeah, they still have Kyle Shanahan. They'll be able to make things work. They won't be as explosive, though.
That's my thing.
They won't be as dynamic. It'll be a lose-lose. It'll be a Le'Veon Bell situation like over here.
Respect.
Like we still were fine on offense, but it was like the little things, like James Conner fumbling and stuff.
Respect.
That hurt us because I think Ben led the league in
he still played well,
passing yards in 2018. He had like 30-plus touchdowns. AB got his. James Conner made a Pro Bowl. It was the little things that Le'Veon Bell brought to the table that you missed, and I think there's going to be that type of gap between a Brandon Aiyuk and a Purcell or whoever they have trying to replace him.
Yeah. Well, anytime you're talking about
like Niners, they'll still be in the mix for the playoffs
picks,
and all that, but yeah, maybe their Super Bowl contention status gets a little bit more up in the air.
But they got the quarterback, though.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be fine.
The quarterback,
they would be
fine.
Need, right? They would be fine, but there might be just some little hiccups that pop up along the way throughout the season by not having Aiyuk. Yeah, it would hurt Aiyuk more. So like that's the weird part. Everyone's got some sort of leverage in this. Yeah. Everyone does because Steelers do, in that Aiyuk only wants to play here out of all the teams that are in the mix. And wisely so. I mean, goddamn. The other team he wanted to play for was the Commanders.
Down, bro. Yeah.
And like the only reason he was doing that was to play with his buddy Jaden Daniels.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily good for your career to be playing with your buddies.
See what happened to Devontae, man. Hey,
right.
See what happened to Devontae.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point. Yeah, you go to a shitty organization, but you play with your buddies. All right, it might be cool for a little bit, but
until they ship your man's out, and now you stuck in there. Now you look at Devontae like, bruh, what are we doing?
Right. Or if Jaden Daniels got hurt or whatever, that can't be the sole reason you want to go to a team.
Right. Come on, man.
And then, what did I say? Steelers have leverage because Aiyuk only wants to play here. Ayuk's got leverage because he's obviously pissed off about the Niners offer. He's rightfully earned a new contract. Yeah. And whatever team is trading for him, he's got to agree to that extension.
He's worth 30 plus. That's his mark. If the Patriots are offering 30 plus, he's a $30+ million wide receiver. All right, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
man.
It's an overpay.
You are what your market value says you are. He's a 30 plus guy.
26, 27 is where he should be. If someone does want to overpay for him, that's fine. Good for them.
Low key though, it is kind of crazy to think that, man, if 30 has been this big number for him, and the team is willing to offer you 30 plus. Maybe it's 31 or 32. We talking the difference of 4, maybe even 5 M's, just depending on if it's a $26 million offer or a $27 million offer from the Niners, right? That's the part that I'm just like, is it about the money like that? Because you telling me a different story in terms of Aiyuk.
We still don't know how many years are on that Niners deal or how many guarantees.
That is also true.
Because the stuff coming directly from Aiyuk in regards to the Niners contract, he's saying that they told him they don't want him anymore.
Basically, yeah.
Like the $26 million report came from like
that was
Florio or
he looked
something.
at that as a slap in the face.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the Niners
Yeah.
leaking some information. Like the stuff we've heard from Aiyuk is like he's not happy with what he's being offered and how they're treating him.
Yeah,
I know that. So whatever that $26 million is, I would like to see how many years he's getting paid that $26 million and how much of it's guaranteed.
Yeah, because I think that makes it very interesting if he's
because that's a fair offer.
Yeah,
it's definitely a fair offer.
But I'm like, is it 26? Is like, yo, only this much of his guaranteed versus that much.
And it probably is because, like I said, they can't afford to pay all these guys.
Because you still got to pay Purdy, and that's what we both
they
are agreeing
can't. So it's
upon.
probably front loaded for a year or two, and then they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to have some cap space in 2 or 3 years.
Because Purdy has to get broke off next year. He didn't took you to an NFC Championship and to a Super Bowl appearance. You got to pay him, and he played well in both games. Or obviously he got hurt in the NFC Championship, but in the one that they won, he played well then, and then played well in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you know he's gonna get broke off. That might be it, low key though. You might be onto something with the Aiyuk deal. That could be it. He don't if it's too front loaded because of their situation. Because it's no way when you talk about
probably
the
just
amount
like
of
a
guys,
2-year deal,
right? The amount of guys that are paid and on like high end second contracts. These aren't middle of the barrel type deals. These are massive contracts that a lot of their guys are on. And we joke and say like, how do you even do that? Kind of like when we look at the Rams, but that changes once Purdy gets that check next year.
Or you could trade Debo, which I don't think they're doing.
I don't think Debo's trade market is as good as Aiyuk's because I feel like with Debo, you have to know exactly how to use him. Whereas with Aiyuk, I think that's more just plug and play. You know this is a true wide receiver. Now, is he a wide receiver 1? Or is he a high-end 2? Or is he a franchise caliber wide receiver? I think all of that we'll see this year. Can he replicate what he did last season? Because I think that would show, all right, if he does what he did last season as a standalone by himself, wherever he's at, now you put him in legit wide receiver 1. We not even debating a category. But worst case is he falls back and it's like, all right, he's high-end wide receiver 2.
Yeah, luckily if he comes here, we don't have to find out if he needs to be a standalone guy because we got Pickens helping him out.
Unless Pickens is in the deal.
No.
I don't want that deal, though, personally.
That would be the stupidest deal of all time.
Nah, technically, some people are going to say Aiyuk is more proven.
That'd be stupid. I mean, especially, too, if it's Pickens and a pick. That would be...
I don't like Pickens and a pick. I'm with you on that.
I wouldn't... I don't even want Pickens straight up, though, either. Like, we still got Pickens, rookie contract. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah.
Pickens is right there. I mean, arguably, you could say he's better right now. You could argue that.
In Pittsburgh, we're going to say that. I think league-wide, though, they're going to still side with Aiyuk.
Given that he had 1,100 yards and 6 Pro Bowl numbers last year with Kenny, Canada, Mitch, and Mason as his quarterback.
I mean, I get that, but they still going to say, man, those are a lot of excuses. Aiyuk still had the better season. So that's why I'm like, I think.
I mean, it's valid.
Here we're gonna say Pittsburgh. Here we'll say GP.
If we want to say excuses, or not, I mean, it's a valid conversation. Like Pickens was in a much more inept offense than what Aiyuk had over in San Fran.
That's real. That's real, man.
Dude's got McCaffrey, Shanahan, Kittle, Purdy,
and he still stood out with all that.
I know. I mean, that's the credit to him.
Yeah,
that's definitely the credit to him. But it's like the. I don't know, the chicken or the egg.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
Type of conversation. If
did you benefit because this, or are you like that even with them here?
Right, right, exactly.
No, that's real. That's real, man.
All right. Good comment by Let's Go UW.
Shout out, Let's Go UW, man. And I feel like I'm about to say, since you just brought up Let's Go UW, I'm nervous about my my Easton Gibbs, and I might have mixed them up, bro. Because I might
USA's up.
Oh yeah, man, we've been coming back. We was down 17, bro.
Nice.
Like I said, slowly but surely, man. We ain't tripping. But what I was saying was I feel like I might be mixing up Easton and the other LB that was out of there.
Chad Muma.
Yeah, because they back to back. I don't know which one is which though. I feel like Easton, I might have had him flip flop.
Perhaps.
I might have had a flip-flop. But they kind of like the same. But Chad is the better version of
Yeah,
Easton.
I think
would say
was
that.
the second round pick, right?
Chad's definitely the better version.
Second or third?
Chad's definitely the better version. When I was saying, like, you got the veteran, I was like, got the experience. I was like, yeah, I think that's what Chad. I feel like Easton is more of the younger, like, this year. I could be off. I ain't checking my notes, but I feel like I'm off. I feel like just because I'm focused on this daggone game, bro. This game got me locked in, Deke. I told you. They're going to look at this first hour of the show today, and they be like, what is Moats looking at? Because I'm here. Come on, bro. But we battling back, Deke. We was down 17, and we done battled back. We up 4. Actually, up 5. Excuse me. Now, stop playing. All right, let me chill. Let me just chill, bro. Let me just chill. I'm trying to stay focused, Deke. I'm trying to stay focused. But my patriotism is coming out right now, all right, Deke? My USA is coming out right now, Deke. I'm sorry right now, bro. I'm sorry. Got me locked in, man. Stop playing with us like this, man. You're right. In ML Finesse 410, you're right. We should have started the live after the game. That was on me. All right. That was my mistake. I'm trying. I'm multitasking, but they got the boy fired up. Steph having a day-to-day. He had 17 in the first quarter. You know, he ain't been having his best Olympic performance, but he been shooting the lights out today. He's getting buckets, man. And you see the passion. These dudes is out here. This is their third time playing Serbia, so you know. Anytime you play a team 3 times in the span of 2 weeks, it can get weird. We done blown them out the first 2 times. You notice the pride game. This is the one we got to have it. So it's getting real right now, D. It's getting real. But I love it, though, man. This is why I love sports. That's why I love sports, Deke. Don't give me the blowouts. I want to feel the game, Deke. I want to feel like I'm in this game, Deke. Right now, I'm in the game, Deke. I don't know if you want to. I'm in the game, Deke. Sub me in. Don't sub me in for real, but sub me in. You feel me? Let's go, Deke. We out here, man. We out here. Y'all hit that like button one time for the Team USA, man. Minute 37 left and counting. 91-86. We got Durant full court press defense. This how you know what time it is. This how you know what time. Ooh! It's defense, bro. You know I love defense, bro. I'm sorry. And when it's Durant giving us, you seen that, right? Did you see that? He's giving it up on the defense side of the ball. Anybody can do it on offense. Give it to me on defense, man.
Yeah.
Give it to full court press. When have you seen Durant full court pressing? That's how you know it matters today, Deke. It matters, man. It matters, man. Let's go. All right, I'm back. Let me chill out, bro.
Let's go, UW. So Pitbull just bought the naming rights to FIU's football stadium for the next 5 years for $1.2 million per year.
I did see that.
And renaming it to Pitbull Stadium.
Let's go, man. I like it.
That's cool.
I like that right there. Shout out to Mr. 305, man. Pitbull, man, he running things. 1.2 per year. You big dog. That's some big fish stuff right there too, bro. I thought it was 1.2 total. Just like, oh, pick one time and you good. That's real. So what happens when he's done, like when the 5 years is up? Does it go back to whatever name it was previously, or how does that work?
Well, we'll see if it makes sense for him business-wise to keep it going.
Yeah. But shout out to him. Shout out to Pitbull, though, man. I like that.
Steeler Nation on fire. How's Ryan Watts doing at safety? And can't wait to see John Rice Plumlee return kicks.
Ooh, all right. Shout out to both of those questions. I will say, man, from what I've seen from Ryan Watts, he's looked good at safety. He's made plays at the practices that I've been at. I think that he's still getting comfortable with the position, though. You remember, this is a guy that played outside corner, if I remember correctly, at Texas, you know? So he kind of, and this is just from me personally talking to him prior to, the switch officially happening and stuff like that. He had talked about how he was open to it and how he kind of already knew that this was going to be a part of what they were going to ask him to do. So I just think for him, the mindset that he's had in terms of being open and being willing to do this, along with his physical traits, because did you run into, you saw him when we were down there, right?
I didn't see him.
Okay, I wasn't sure, but seeing him in person, his physical stature, he fits the bill. His build in terms of him being out there, he looks very similar to a Deshaun Elliott, just not as muscular. But Deshaun Elliott's also a dude that's been in this league for 5-6 years now as well. But to me, man, I think Ryan, he's just scratching the surface right now in terms of just learning the position and getting comfortable with it. I'm eager to see how he performs in his first game action, because it's going to be a twofold thing for him. First time in an NFL game, but also first time in an NFL game at safety as well, man. Something that he has not predominantly done. So that's the part that I think is going to be interesting. John Rice Plumlee, though, I'm excited to see him return kicks as well. Got a chance to see him returning some of those in practice, man. punts as well as kickoffs, man. And that's the one thing that I will say, man. The speed shows up. He's very elusive. He's very comfortable in space. And I'm eager to see how he does, in that capacity, because it's one thing to see him collegiately at quarterback where it's a scramble and now he's running versus it being an actual kicking play. And the design is, hey, we know you're out here, but we're all accounting for you now, versus at quarterback, you're just the extra guy that defensively you don't account for. It's a little bit free in terms of the rush lanes. Guys are in coverage, not all eyes on you. So, like I said, that's the part for me where I want to see, does the, big play capability translate in this vein as well?
AJ Martinez, one night, bowling and a little drinking. Michelle shouted, "It was nice seeing you. To me, a week later, she's back to her old hateful self."
Oh, no.
It was nice to know the world is still not right.
Talk about Deke. I wasn't ready for that one, Deke. I was not ready for that comment right there. All right. So it was positive. It was good, is what it sounds like. And then it became not so good, is what it sounds like. Is that how you interpret that as well, man?
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. Hannibal 090. Peace, Moats and Deke. I saw this earlier today. How about a 3-team trade? We get BA, then give them a second and a fifth. They trade those picks to the Raiders for Devontae Adams because they're not getting GP.
I like it. I just don't know if that's going to, in terms of the trade value for them getting Devontae, I don't know if that part's going to work. Because you just send the second and the fifth for Devontae. I'm like, man, the way that they talking about the Aiyuk stuff, is no way if Aiyuk is worth all this, Devontae's going for a second and a fifth, right?
Older. I don't know. I mean, that's my point. It's my point
older,
with Aiyuk's
sure,
trade
it's
value.
Like, yo, it's Devontae as we talking about.
No,
also,
it's
right?
my point with Aiyuk's trade value. Like what the Niners are apparently asking for, how they want the Steelers to up their offer. It's just like, it doesn't make sense. I don't know where they're getting.
I'm sorry. You seen what just happened though, right, Deke? You seen what just happened? Can I get some Deke? You seen what just happened, Deke? USA. We got the. I'm sorry. It got real, bro. Yeah, cry, because you was talking big talk too, man. Everybody on Serbia was talking big talk in that second quarter when they went up 17 points, Deke. And now the boys over there in tears, heartbroken. Good. USA. All right, I'm back now, bro. We locked in, man. Told you, bro. You would have won your money today. Why you was paranoid, man? Scared money don't make money. Just remember that, man. All right? Scared money don't make money, man. I ain't never tripping. As long as it's time on the clock, it means there's enough time for us to get a dub. And that's ultimately what happened today.
Yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? All right, bro. I'm back, bro. I needed that. You was nervous, D. You was nervous.
I mean,
you was a little nervous.
You was nervous. They're down about.
Come on, man.
What?
You was a little
14,
nervous.
15 points.
Hey, man.
It was a little concerning.
Have you ever seen a Steelers game before?
I just don't think that should be how Team USA basketball games are going.
Have you ever seen a Steelers game before?
Given that we have Steph Curry, Durant, LeBron James, Anthony Edwards.
And they're all like a lot
Devin
older
Booker.
Now. The guys are older. Still getting it done, though.
I don't know. I just feel like all these games should be smooth sailing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, baby. Well, guess what, D? We're in the championship game now. We're in the gold medal game now. Okay, D?
Good.
So you're guaranteed to either get a gold or a silver. Guaranteed. And we get to go against France. Shout out to Victor Wembanyama taking care of business today also.
Anything other than gold's unacceptable.
Hey, man. Whatever you say, baby. Shout out to USA, though, dominating the Olympics from a medal count as well, man. All right? We getting after it, man. We just got to prove that we are the best country when it comes to athletics, man. And we're doing that.
Steeler Nation on fire for the 100th time. Jalen Elliott has re-signed with the Steelers. And does Beanie Bishop get a pick tomorrow?
Hey, shout out to Jalen Elliott. When I seen it, I was like, yo, is that the same Jalen Elliott that we had like every single year the past like 2-3 years? It is. Shout out to Jalen Elliott, though, man. The familiarity is there. And I'll say this, too. James Harrison, how many times was he cut by us before he finally stuck? You never know when that opportunity is going to happen. I hope for Jalen that he's been preparing for this moment, but, it's a great opportunity for him. he's, familiar. He's been a part of this thing. He knows what the standard is and how we play games or how we play here. So, like I said, it'd be interesting for him. And then Benny Bishop getting a pick tomorrow. First game out. I'm going to go no. I'm going to say no. I would like to see it, though, but I'm going to say no.
King Whooper, all of this Steeler attention from the media is great. I miss it.
Facts. How did you feel about that? I know you be like back and forth on the attention that we get nationally versus,
What attention are we getting right now?
That's a lot of people talking about the Aiyuk stuff. The Russ and Phil stuff has been talked about multiple times on there. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that because I think it's the same stuff we're talking about.
Right.
It's more of, when they go off the rails and predict us to have shitty seasons, even though Mike Tomlin has literally never been under 500 in his career.
Yeah.
And just have shitty takes in a way, I guess just for the sake of having shitty takes or for clickbait or attention. I don't know what it is half the time because
Respect.
I don't think anyone in their right mind can look at this team and look at our setup this year and say things are looking bleak for the Steelers. Yeah. I don't know how you could say that. I haven't heard much of that, though. I haven't, to be honest. I think a lot of the talk has been surrounding things that we're concerned with from a local side, and that's who's going to be QB1. Can Fields actually beat out Russ? Yeah. What's going on with Russ's calf? How much longer is he going to be limited?
Was it an actual quarterback competition still?
Yeah, I don't even know. That's the thing. Tomlin says yes. Tomlin says yes. I don't believe him for a second.
What? Come on, Deke. Why you doing it? Come on, Deke. Don't do that.
I think Russ is going to be QB1 week 1.
Said it's
no matter how it feels.
I
don't believe him for a second.
So what makes you feel like that? Let me hear it.
I think Tomlin's got a certain amount of respect for Russ and is going to lean on his veteran savvy. And I don't think he's in a rush to see Fields, at least week 1.
Okay.
If things change throughout the regular season and Russ ain't looking good, offense is looking shaky for a month or so, then I think he'll be more open and probably put in Fields. I think that's when he'll be most likely to make that move. But going into week 1, I just don't think he's stressing. I think he's going to lean on Russ with that veteran stuff, especially given, too, we were without Ben these last 2 years. Like, he got to witness a world at quarterback with Mitch, Kenny, and Mason, and a lot of uncertainty there, where I think Russ provides some sort of comfort to Tomlin. Even if, and that's the weird part, it's even if he misses half this preseason and is limited for a lot of training camp and stuff, I think Tomlin's pretty set right now. I think maybe he's a little open to Fields, but I don't think the door's that far open.
Does that mean that it's not a competition, though, because the door is not far open?
My money is on Russ being QB1 for week 1.
I mean, money and odds are a different conversation. We're saying just the simple part of, does that mean that it is not a competition?
I just don't believe him.
Okay. So I look at it like this. This is definitely a competition, but at the same time, I think Coach Tomlin, along with a lot of guys that have, been around it a long time, they're not going to put this gross over, almost like a over stamp of, man, what Phillips has done in training camp and OTAs is just so great that everything we've seen Russ actually do in real NFL games postseason and even just last year, we're seeing that this span of plays in a couple of weeks is more than that. I just think for Coach Tomlin and a lot of other people, look at it like, this is exciting. This is cool. Keep it up. Keep going. But Russ isn't graded based off of what he's doing in practice like that. We judge Russ off what he's going to do when week 1 hits and going forward. So for Fields, you got to look great. Not just in practice. You better look great in these preseason games too. Because you know what they're going to say when you do well in the preseason games is the preseason. Was all the guys out there? Who's starting? I know at least in this game, the Texans going to have their starters out. Or starters out there in the game. We're not even playing our starters. So that's the part where you're like, yeah, you better look good. We don't care about excuses. If you want Russ, if you think you better than Russ, you can start week 1, you better make it look like that every single time you go out there. Because this isn't the Kenny and Mitch thing, man. Mitch wasn't to that point where we talking Russ, man. Russ got a ring on his finger, man. Russ done that. Russ done things that Phil's dreams of doing. So I just think for Coach T, he looking at it as, man, Phils, you have a ton of ground to make up. And that's even what he said when he was talking. He said, man, look, this gives him a chance to close some ground. Because practice is one thing. When those lights come on, it's totally different in preseason compared to regular season, as we even saw just last year. And you think about it. Just this offseason, you were conflicted about who you thought was the better quarterback between Kenny Pickett and Justin Fields. It is like, man, we going from that to before we even play a game. Yeah, man, he could beat that. He could catch up the rest already. He could beat him. I was like, I just think for Coach T, he's like, man, I respect what Russ has done because we've all experienced pre-Ben versus post-Ben, and we could all agree it's not so just guaranteed that you can come here and thrive. Or you're going to come here and play at a high level, or you're going to come here and play consistently. We're going to win, but we might win in spite of you versus because of you. And I just think for Coach Tomlin, man, he ain't in no rush to get rid of the dude that has already proven what he could do. But I don't think it means it's not a competition. I just think that for Fields, he has a ton of ground he's going to have to overcome.
What I was going to say. It's just semantics then. I don't think there's anything Fields is going to do in this offseason to have Tomlin move off of Russ like that.
No.
That's just my thought on it. I mean, and I don't think it's a wrong way to go about it either.
No.
It just feels like to me that what Fields is doing in this training camp period, and potentially in preseason, because we still got to see him. It's an ongoing thing. Yeah. If he balls out in preseason, we already know what he's been doing in training camp, and like the electricity that he brings, like
it's exciting.
I feel like that shouldn't mean nothing though.
No one said it didn't mean nothing, but we're saying does that weigh
especially
more than
with them both being on a new team here?
Does that weigh?
It's
more,
not like Russ has been here for 5 years.
But does that weigh more than what we just saw from both of these guys in stadium last season? It's not like Fields didn't play last year. It's not like Russ didn't play last year. It's like they both weren't in great situations. One still played better than the other one.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, they're, in a way, coming in here on similar terms.
See, I think that's where we differ. You think that are similar terms. I think that Russ comes in with a resume that is going to naturally put him above Fields.
I'm saying both their teams moved off, and they're kind of like on this. Fields not necessarily on the last leg of his career, but Fields in this prove-it point to be a franchise quarterback. Russ on the last leg of his career.
Yeah,
like
just because the age part of it.
They're in this like chip on the shoulder stage of things like both of them. Obviously.
I'm with you on that too.
Russ a little bit older, Fields younger, but they're both here for a reason.
Yeah, and I'm with you. And we're excited about both of them being here also for a reason. But I think both of the excitements for each player is a little bit different. Fields, we haven't viewed him as this consistent quarterback throughout his career. That's the big reason why you specifically weren't pro Justin Fields bringing him here while we had Kenny. Because he has not showed that. Whereas with Russ, he has already shown certain things. So that's the part where I just think that for Fields.
Yeah, I didn't want to give up a high pick for Fields.
Right. I think for Fields, everything that you've said, it can't change just because now he's here. It's like, no, he still has ground to catch up on because he has not proven anything to that Russ has proven. So how can they just be equal because he's here and he has a couple of good weeks in training camp?
Well, sometimes you got to take that risk. Like Fields with the talent and stuff, the coaches can look at it and say, we can make this flourish here.
Respect.
Like we saw what happened out in Chicago, and we're going to blame Chicago for that. Chicago didn't put him in a good spot. He really didn't have that good of weapons or that good of a defense until his most recent season. And that's where he started to get a little bit better because before that, he didn't have as much around him.
And if you think Arthur Smith has said that.
And so that's what I mean. Sometimes you do got to take that risk. But I don't think the Steelers need to be in the rush to make that decision right now or take that risk right now. You can wait and see how things look with Russ the first month of the season.
I just think that you look at if he's that started week, whether there wasn't a competition. I think that there is still a competition. I just think that one just has a ton of ground to cover. But you listen to Arthur Smith talk about Justin Fields. He's not talking about Justin Fields like he doesn't like him or that he doesn't think he can win or start in this league. They talked about him. He's dangerous. He's a weapon, this and that. You've heard Coach Tomlin talk about him. Coach Tomlin just reiterated it is a competition. So that's the part where I'm just like,
I just don't.
I don't see where you like.
But that's the thing.
Disconnect?
If I think Russ is going to be QB1 week 1, no matter what, then in a way I am saying, yeah, I don't think it's a competition.
Okay.
Because if the ground's that much that Fields has to do all these things to make it up.
Do you feel like the ground should not be that much? Is what I'm asking you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really bother me either way but
it seemed like it does, though.
For me, no, I'm interested in Fields has definitely intrigued me this offseason.
Okay.
To the point where I am going against my better judgment or what I traditionally believe and would be willing to give him a chance to be the starter week 1.
Yeah.
But I think if you just start Russ no matter what, I think that's a fine answer too. I think it's a fine answer. I guess part of me is thinking about just like what this ceiling could be with Fields, and not only now but like long term and everything. And it's like, man, it could be really interesting. Especially if we bring in Aiyuk, man, Fields with the rushing, but that could really stress out a defense.
No, respect, man.
The stuff that concerns me with Fields, the third and fourth quarter stuff he was putting out there with the Bears. Whereas Russ, he's the opposite. He's Mr. Clutch. He's one of those guys that's got a dog in him. Anytime you're down, whatever, I mean, any amount of points, like there's a chance he's going to will his team to come back.
Yeah.
Like that's his MO. I've seen it time and time again. They're down 14 points fourth quarter. Wow, Seahawks won somehow. Russ ended up with 300 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. I guess, that's the type of dude Russ is. What he's proven throughout his career.
Time again. Yeah.
Yeah, for me personally, I would be open to starting Fields week 1. I don't think that's the vibe from Tomlin, though. I don't think it is. And I don't think it's the wrong answer. It's just not as exciting of a preseason for me.
Fair enough. I can understand that in terms of it not being exciting.
And that's fine. I mean, I don't really, like, deep down as a fan and wanting the Steelers to win games, I don't care about exciting preseasons.
No.
Because when Ben was here, we had no exciting preseasons at all.
Nope.
These last 3 years, we got all this quarterback talk and quarterback uncertainty. These preseasons have been electric. They've been unbelievable.
That's a fact, man. That is a fact.
That doesn't necessarily bode well for regular. That doesn't mean, or it doesn't have a direct correlation to how your regular season is going to go.
Respect.
Typically, boring preseason, boring off seasons bode well for good regular seasons. Typically, I'd say.
We usually have boring, and then the Ravens are didn't their streak end last year? They're like undefeated preseason, like 5 years, something like that. I feel like that joint ended. So yeah. But those are the constants, man, when it's preseason, man. We stay chill over here. Let the other teams focus on it. I think Cleveland be going undefeated in the preseason, too. You know how it is, man. But, yeah. Shout out to Russ, though. Shout out to Fields. Both of these dudes are in great positions, though. I think for Russ, his position fades fast. The longer he's not out there, the more it fades. Now, that changed this week because we've known that he has been out there. His uptick in reps has been up. They talked about him splitting reps in practice with him just a day ago. So we're already seeing that part. For Fields, though, the game is going to matter a lot more. So I think for him, he has to be eager for that. But for us, he's excited about the fact that he finally gets to come back out here because we know how it works with fans. If you don't see it enough and something looks cool and it's new and it's exciting, you can easily be swayed in that direction. I think for us, he hears that. He's going to be ready to remind everybody of what he's capable of also, man. But I think for us, either way, it's going to be a great position because you want quarterbacks that can ball, man. Whether it's the young quarterback that can ball or the proven vet that can ball. You just want somebody out there that's going to give you consistency because that's what we've been lacking the most at that position because we got everything else, at least on paper, around those players.
Yeah, I view this as similar to the Mitch and Kenny competition, Kenny's rookie year. I don't think Kenny was beating out Mitch throughout the course of preseason and training camp or anything. Like they were always going to go with Mitch week 1, especially because Mitch didn't do anything bad or do anything to lose the job throughout.
He was a rookie, though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I view it similarly. Like, I think Tomlin, no matter what, was going to go with Mitch the first however many games, and I think it's going to be similar here with Russ.
Respect.
That was King Whooper.
I think we are on AJ Martinez. Yeah.
He says, happy B-Day to Monotone Deke, a.k.a. Sniper Deke, a.k.a. Pool Balter Deke Digler, LOL, WTF, LOL. TG, TG, let's ride. X1 Concepts is here. I need to calm Michelle out of her jeans so she's in a good mood, LOL.
Hey, yo. Yeah, that's a lot. That was a lot to unpack in that one, AJ. Shout out to you. Shout out
Yeah,
to
I don't know what exactly is going on with AJ's life. I have no clue.
That was a lot going on with that one right there. Salute the homie AJ though. Only AJ can give you that type of comment. That's an AJ comment right there, man. Shout out to AJ, man. You know it's all love.
He also gifted a Mets membership to Javon Kinley.
Shout out to AJ being a rock star like paying it forward and Javon Kinley. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Gifted one to third Blake.
There it is, AJ. Double it back in third Blake. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And for the new upper room members as well as the original or the guys that are still in the upper room, there is some early access content in there as well, man. Shout out to the homie TG. Yeah, if y'all haven't checked that out just yet, man, check that out, man. But yeah, shout out to the upper room members, baby.
Let's get you, Dubs. Since he was this year's draft, you're thinking of Mooma Moats.
See, I was. Okay. We had a flip. I had a flip. That was on me. Good call. I thought I could have done that. Definitely could have done that. It was at the right school, though. Shout out to Wyoming.
AJ says, I was happy till I saw the USA score with, I think
he's saying, what the heck?
What the hell? Bring in MJ, Magic, and Bird. They smoked these guys. Barbarian in the house. Tito's here. Niners smoke.
Ooh, all right. Shout out to that Niners smoke. And no need for Magic, Jordan, and Bird because they older as well. You know, we took care of business, man. Don't matter. As long as you win the game, baby. You know how we do. Chalk it up. Get ready for the gold medal game, man. Get ready for the gold medal game.
Mike Hood, what's up, fellas? Been missing some lives. Been on the road for work.
Okay. Respect
in Mahomes' territory. Heading back and in Chi-Town now to get to Columbus.
Hey, I
Shout
like
out
that.
to all.
Shout out to you, Mike Hood, man. Getting after that paper, man. Always respect that, man. And doing it in a legal way. Shout out to the legal paper chasers out there, all right? Tip the cap, man. But I like that, man. And continue to have them safe travels as well, man.
Tons of fun. Says, what's up, everyone? Sean
What's
here.
that?
Who's ready for Friday?
I am. It's been a long time since we've had Steelers football. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see all the new pieces. I mean, offensively, defensively, special teams wise. Got a lot to be excited about, man. And we're actually going to see the Texans starters. So, yeah, can't complain, man. I'm eager.
Nick Ferrier has joined the upper room.
Shout out to Nick Ferrier. And welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Tons of fun. Says, not competition and more Wilson's job to lose.
I mean, we word it however we want to word it. If it's a competition, it doesn't mean that it has to be equal. I think that's what a lot of us are getting hung up on. Is competition supposed to be fair? No, that's not what this means. No different when you watch March Madness and it's the number 1 overall seed versus the team that just got in as the play-in for bubble in, and now they got to go out there and get beat by 100. It doesn't mean it's not a competition. It doesn't mean that team can't win. We've seen a 16 beat a 1. We've seen a 15 beat a 2 before. Now, is it highly probable? No, but that does not mean it's not a competition. And I just think that we get too caught up on that part of it, man. It's still a competition. Justin Fields can still do something to win it. Now, is he capable of doing what it's going to take? That's a different conversation. But it is a competition, man.
Tons of fun. Says Fields can be the best QB in the league. Perfect in the offseason, but as long as Wilson doesn't F up, Fields has no chance.
I mean, how is he the best quarterback in the league if you're only grading him off of what he's done in practice and in preseason games? We've seen Russ, and we've graded Russ on what he's done in regular season games. When we criticize what Russ could do coming here, we didn't criticize Russ on what he's done in training camp practices or OTA practices. We criticized Russ on what we saw from him in stadium, regular season games, man. I just don't understand why we want to switch it up all of a sudden now because we got both of them here. It's like, bro, you know what this is. It's competition, though, but there's a reason why Russ is viewed how Russ is viewed. There's a reason why Russ was compensated to the stage that Russ has been compensated as well, man. So, like I said, for Fields, he's trying to get there, and this is all a part of him proving that he can do that. But it's competition, though.
That's it for the Supers.
Shout out. Y'all hit that like button one time for the coach. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Let's talk about this preseason game real quick before the homie TG joins us, man. How you feeling, though, man? Us, not all the way starters, but we got a good amount of guys out there. We know we're not going to have Russ, no TJ, no Highsmith, no Minka, no Cam. But outside of that, and no Patrick Queen. Excuse me, no Patrick Queen. That's the 6th guy that's out for us. But outside of that, man, should have everybody else, man. How you feeling, man?
Looking forward to the Kendrick Green revenge match.
You choosing violence already? That's crazy.
I'm assuming he's listed as their backup right now. I'm assuming he's not going to go up against Benton or our top guys. So it'll be maybe Liao, maybe
good
Logan Lee.
Liao. Good match for Liao. Good match for them dudes. Yeah. Because if you can't get off with him, then you can't get off.
Well, we made Kendrick Green look like a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's why I said what I said.
Week 4 in the regular season last year. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. Is Kendrick Green going to be getting off on us?
Deke said, hey, Kendrick, he just heard how we talked about him last year, and he wanted to prove something that week. All right? I heard it.
He got hurt, though, so we didn't get to see him for the rest of the regular season. That was probably the peak of his career thus far.
Left on a high note, man. Revenge game. You know how that goes. He probably had that circled on his calendar the whole time, too, bro. So it's still going to matter to him. It's going to be a big deal.
Just saying, something to watch out for. Second quarter, third quarter of the game. Fun little storyline,
bro. That's wild. All right.
What's Van Jefferson gonna do?
Ooh, they got some DBs over there though. Stingley Jr., C.J. Henderson. They got some guys.
Yeah. Not
Desmond
only that,
King
but
in the slot.
In the midst of all this Aiyuk talk, maybe you could. I don't think it's. You know what? Honestly, I don't think anything he does is gonna shut that up. I was gonna say
why is that? Is it because it's preseason?
Yeah, part of that.
So you don't care about what he does in the preseason?
Should we?
So if he comes out and he gives us 150 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, that doesn't matter because it's the preseason? Is that what you're saying? I know that's not what you specifically are saying. After all this Justin Fields talk we've been having, I know you don't feel like that, right?
Should we?
The way that y'all talked about it, you and the chat included, y'all saying that training camp and preseason matters more than regular season. So if he does, that is the way that y'all have been implying this conversation.
I said starting Russ isn't a bad decision at all.
It's not a bad decision, but the start of this convo has stemmed from Fields and is it a competition or not? And you specifically said you don't even believe it's a competition because you don't think Fields could do enough to surpass Russ in this capacity. But I'm asking if you feel like...
From Tomlin's standpoint.
But I'm saying from your standpoint, man, how do you feel? You feel like preseason is enough that it can do... If he does enough in these games, that counts more than what we've seen from Russ in stadium, regular season, and postseason, and you would make the switch.
It's not necessarily all about preseason. It's more that Russ hasn't been out there with the guys, and Fields is taking all these QB1 reps. Okay. And if Fields is excelling with it, you just start thinking to yourself, it's like, what are we holding back from?
So like, this guy can with Van Jefferson?
This guy can legitimately be our future. Why not take this chance?
So did Van Jefferson not look good in training camp practice?
He did look good.
He looked really good.
But he's not Brandon Aiyuk.
Why not?
Because he's not Brandon Aiyuk.
He was scoring big touchdowns in practice, was he not?
He's not Brandon Aiyuk.
He was scoring touchdowns in practice.
The gap between Van Jefferson and Brandon Aiyuk, I think, is way wider than Russ and Fields right now.
Okay. Can Van Jefferson close the gap then?
No, that's what I mean. I just no.
So why is Van even playing in preseason then?
Because we don't have Brandon Aiyuk. I'm just saying.
I'm like, he can't do nothing to surpass him?
No, I was gonna say what I was gonna say, and I stopped myself was that maybe he could calm down some of the Brandon Aiyuk talk with a nice performance out here, but I think the Brandon Aiyuk talk is going to continue no matter what.
I feel like Van could go out there and have 150 yards, 2 touchdowns on Friday, and we're still going to be on Saturday like, yo, is the Aiyuk deal done yet? Because it is preseason, because it is training camp, and because we count regular season and postseason way more than we count preseason and training camp practices, man. But it's just with this quarterback thing, we all of a sudden changing that up.
As I said, Russ and Fields are both here for a reason.
Nick Herbig is going to get the start, right?
I'm personally, like I said from the start, like I think you do bet on Russ.
Okay.
But, I mean, you look at last year and Russ and Fields, and listen, man, they're both here for the same reason.
Okay.
They're both here for the same reason.
We needed help.
Huh? No, I'm saying, like, their teams moved off of them.
But we needed them. We viewed them as, yo, your team might not want you. We do.
Yeah, because we talked about Kenny being here and bringing in competition for him. So, I mean, it was,
we want them. Yeah, we wanted both of them. So they're both bringing something to the table.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's this huge gap of, for instance, say it was Ben here. versus, having Fields. Like, Ben's been here for how long? He's got a chemistry with the teammates.
Okay.
He's got a certain trust built in. Whereas, like, Russ, he's new too.
So the chemistry part is what makes you the most nervous then?
It's not nervous. It's just something to consider. It's just something to consider, especially with Fields excelling. It's something to consider. That's all.
Okay.
You don't think it is?
You say he's excelling. I'm just like, bro, we're watching him in practice.
I guess the assumption is he balls out in the he has a good rest of training camp and balls out in these preseason games. I still don't think he's going to be QB1.
Okay.
I'm just saying, for me, I would be legit open to that conversation. I'd be really interested in it. I don't think Tomlin's thinking that, though. I don't think the coaching staff's thinking that, which is fine, too. I don't think that's a wrong answer. Again, I just don't think it's as exciting for talking during these preseason games or throughout the offseason. That's all.
Respect.
Like, part of me, like, deep down, no matter how much we want to get excited about Fields or be like, oh, man, is the door open and could he actually beat out Russ? I think deep down I'm just like, I think Russ is going to be QB1 no matter what.
Respect.
Which is fine. I think that's a fine way to go about 2024 as well. Because I don't think we have to be in a rush to get Fields out there.
I don't think you can go wrong either way.
You can't. Yeah, I think that's where we're at.
And I don't
Fields
think it
keeps
hurts
playing
one way
good,
or the other if Fields gets the opportunity before Russ either. Because some people feel like if Fields gets it first, then it closes the door on Russ. I don't think that's the case either.
It depends on how Russ acts.
I mean, we always make it when it comes to Russ, it's always a negative. I'm like, why is that? Why has Russ got to be the bad attitude? Why does Russ got to be the one that can't get acclimated with the team, that the guys can't get a rhythm and routine with him because he's not? It's like, yo, what did Russ do? So I just see like Russ is always like viewed as like the negative when we talk him, whereas with Phil is always more optimism with him. I get he's younger.
No, I'm talking about Russ just not wanting to be here anymore.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why does that even have to, like, where does that even come from when we know Russ at the initial part of him coming here? We had Kenny, and the communication was, Kenny's a starter. You're coming to compete.
I think it would be the same situation.
The initial combo,
if Kenny beat out Russ, is Russ still going to be here?
Fair enough. I just be like, man, why?
Because he's coming in here thinking he's going to be the starter.
Negative, though, bro.
It's not necessarily negative. I think it's just there's a cachet with Russ.
Basically saying if he can't beat out the guy, he's going to basically pull a Kenny and be upset and say, I want to leave. When has Russ ever in his career done that? That's what I'm saying. Even last year in Denver where it was jankiness going on, you never heard him say that.
I think it's worth the question.
For sure. And that's real, man. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I ain't tripping.
I think it's definitely. Yeah. I mean, again, being who Russell Wilson is, maybe he's like, hey, this would work out better for me if you cut me and I could go somewhere else and have a better chance to start. Like the Raiders, like there's a couple other things, like go to the Giants or something. I don't know. But like, let me be free throughout the course of this regular season. If someone goes down, I could go be a starter somewhere. Like, he might prefer that path for his career than just sitting around being a backup.
And there is zero scenario that Fields could have that same energy, though.
I don't see it. I don't because he came here knowing that Russ was gonna have the pole position. There's a certain likelihood that you could be the backup.
Okay.
Next guy I'm thinking of is Nick Herbig.
Mm-hmm. Can he beat out Highsmith in the preseason?
No. But
even if he go out here and get 3 sacks?
No. He's going up against Laramie Tunsil because Texans are going to be starting their guys.
So if he get 3 sacks with Laramie and that don't matter? No. Why is
that? These are like completely separate conversations.
Okay.
No, he's not. No, he's not beating out Highsmith. There's not even talk of a competition between Nick Herbig and Alex Highsmith.
Okay. I'm just saying if we see it in stadium, though, that doesn't change anything to you.
No. I think it would just be amping us up for Nick Herbig, though. Not only for this season, long time. I mean, he could be a legitimate asset and have like a little trio.
Okay.
With him, TJ, and Highsmith rushing the passer. Like, they make it worthwhile to get Herbig out there on the field.
For sure.
But yeah, I think this is a big. It's tough to say, but
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what makes it a big deal if he can't surpass anybody on the depth chart? Why does it matter for him? Like, he's still going to play well, but who's passing him on the depth chart right
now? Who's passing him?
That's what I'm saying. If he has a bad game,
no one. I just think it's an exciting matchup. I think I think this will be cool. Him going up against the top 5 offensive tackle. Yeah. Potentially, I don't even know who their other starter is at the right side, but we can move Herbig around. But yeah, I could see him over they're going up against Tunsil on the left, and I think it's an exciting little matchup. Given that the Texans are going to be starting their guy, given
it's going to be
given that the Texans are
Howard,
having this opportunity.
Titus Howard, that's the right tackle. Yeah.
Yeah. So Herberg, I like that name.
Nah. I mean, shoot, that's a good matchup for him, man. I'm with you on that. I think it'd be exciting to see what he does. I'm just curious to see, like I said, man, if he goes out there and he's cooking a Laramie Tunsil, I think it's going to make it a little bit interesting for him to see if you can continue that. Because now you're talking about an expansion of a role when you're doing it against that type of player, is what I'm kind of referring to. The other ones, though, that I'm looking at, too, man, in this situation, man, obviously with GP, you got Derek Stingley Jr. A lot of this talk about us wanting another receiver is partly because of we still got some questions about, are you ready to go ahead and be that guy? We feel like you're going to, but that's still part of it. So Derek Stingley Jr., though, that's a good dude over there, man. Kind of how we view JPJ. Young, exciting, productive. It's a look part. And then when you flip it, JPJ, you're going to be going to get some dudes over there, man, especially if Diggs is showing up, because they did say that the starters are going to be playing. If you are CB1 and that's what you painting yourself as best in the league and things like that, it's going to start in these matchups. Now, you had a chance last preseason. You looked good against Diggs. I remember that, man. Shout out to that one. So let's keep that thing going, man.
Peyton Wilson.
You know I'm always eager to see him. He went E-Rob, though. It's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah, he's going to be presumably going up against Dalton Schultz and Joe Mixon. Patrick Queen's on the bench. So we'll just see if the training camp stuff is going to carry over.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, that's all we really got with these games. Are we gonna see
the first one,
some of the carryover? Yeah. It's nice that the Texans are playing their starters, so we get to see names go up against each other, which I prefer. But yeah, I think it's just, do these guys continue to hit certain benchmarks?
Yeah, because when I think of Peyton Wilson, I literally had Peyton Wilson, Corey Trice, and Benny Bishop were like my three that I was back and forth on what my expectations for them are, because it's all three of them first time being in an NFL stadium, putting that jersey on and playing, and there is going to be a ton of emotions, excitement, anxiety, all these different things. And sometimes, man, that first go around is not what you wanted to be, because there is just so much that you're dealing with. So even though I'm like eager to see them, I don't know how much I'm waiting this performance, if that can make sense. Like, if they do great in it, man, I'm excited about it. Great. If they struggle in it, all right, cool, I get it. But I'm more so, what to see, man, make sure the moment doesn't look too big. Like, we'll worry about, in terms of my perspective, I worry about the production with them later. I just want to make sure it's like, yo, just look like you belong a little bit, like you're comfortable out there, because it's going to be a jump, especially when you're talking Peyton Wilson going out there with that first unit. At least with Trice and Bishop, they get to go in there with the second guys where it's a little bit tailored down.
Well, maybe Bishop, the first team, a little bit.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, good call.
Nickel packages.
Good call.
Dime
good call.
packages.
Yeah, it's just that first group, man, when you go from that training camp setting to the game, it is fast. That's the part where I'm just like, hey, bro, at least you got E-Rob with you, because E-Rob is going to slow it down for Peyton Wilson to an extent because of just the communication, the veteran presence. But that's going to be a lot that they're going to be handling in there, man. So, like I said, it's going to be interesting, though. But I'm if I got to pick between the three, I don't know. I feel like Corey Trice going to make something happen, man.
Yeah. I'm excited about the O-line, too.
Ooh, how you feel about our tackles?
Yeah, they're going up against Will Anderson, Daniil Hunter. It's probably not going to be Broderick on the left side to start. It'll be Broderick on the right, but...
Yeah, because it's Broderick right, Dan left, and then Fautanu's coming in with the second right unit.
I was going to say, then do we get to see Broderick at left with the second unit at all? I would hope so.
Ooh, good call. I don't know. Right now they have it listed as Dylan Cook, because they got Spencer Anderson playing guard with the second unit. Then, obviously, Frazier and McCormick taking up the interior spots. But that'd be interesting, because I would like to see some of that.
Right. Any of these
excuse
guys
me. They actually have
line.
Fautanu listed as the second left tackle. Excuse me for that one.
And they'll probably do Spencer Anderson starting with Sam Alu being out. That would be my guess. It could be McCormick, but they'll probably give the nod to the guy that's been here for the extra year.
And they've been liking Spencer, at least these past, year to 2 years where we're at right now.
Hell, that could be our starting offensive line for the future here, where it's Fautanu on the right, Broderick left. The guards are McCormick, Anderson, and then you got Frazier at center.
In the middle. Yeah.
That's why I'm interested to see what these guys can do.
Bro, we got a chance to have a dope offensive line starting unit, but also to have some dope depth as well. I mean, you think about Nate Herbig. He's been our backup the past, 2 years. But Nate is still a dude that can play in this league and has proven that he can play in this league. So if the young guy can beat him out, then I think you're just playing with house money either way. I'm with you.
Anything else? Steelers plus 2.5.
Uh-oh. We
plus
into that?
120 on the money line.
We into that? Ooh. All right. It's gonna be weird. Give me, I like us to get it done now. If we're gonna get janky, we can get janky.
I do think we're. Here's the thing, though. We are worse at quarterback for these preseason games compared to last year.
I'm listening. Communicate with me.
I mean, we had Kenny. Preseason Kenny, I mean, it's 99 overall.
This is Justin Fields we talking about, though.
We had Kenny, Mitch, and Mason. So we're going to have Fields. He's going to do the first, and then Kyle Allen.
Kyle and Mitch is a wash.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
And then John Rice Plumlee versus Mason. I don't even think it's close.
I don't know, Deke. I don't know if the congregation going to agree with that one, man.
John Rice Plumlee versus Mason? Mason washes
I'm just saying, if you're saying that Mason washes John Rice Plumlee, what are you saying Justin Fields and Kenny are then?
I mean, we saw what Kenny did in the preseason last year.
We saw what
we saw
what Fields did last year too.
5 for 5.
Come on, man.
I don't think Fields. It's going to be really hard for him to exceed Kenny's preseason.
I don't know. He's motivated. He's trying to catch
really hard. Kenny was 5 for 5.
He's trying to catch Russ,
and
bro.
Offensive drives and scoring touchdowns.
He's trying to catch Russ, bro.
He might do that. Good for him. But then all that does is make it a wash.
So it's nothing that Fields could do that could be a better preseason than what Kenny did?
You go 6 for 6, 7 for 7. But Kenny won 100%.
Okay.
It was the best preseason performance I've ever seen. It was incredible. He's 99 overall. I hope Madden comes out with a Kenny preseason card.
All right.
So that's the thing that concerns me late into these games, because it's not even about the beginning, but like late in these games, I like Mason over any of those quarterbacks we were playing last year. Now we got John Rice Plumlee. Do we have anyone else? Is it just him? I think it's just them. Yeah, that's because that's 4.
This is
Russ
the
is sitting out there. Yeah.
You got to think Mason was the third quarterback. You comparing our third to our fourth.
Well, Mason washes him.
Yeah, you're comparing a third quarterback to a fourth quarterback. That's all,
And a guy that's been around the league for a minute.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's what concerns me about this preseason team versus last year's preseason team.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying he was the third string quarterback is what I'm saying. Mason was the third string quarterback on the depth chart, whereas John Rice is actually our fourth string quarterback on our depth chart. I just wish it was, this is the whole Russ not being out there, so it throws off our pecking order. Otherwise, it should be Kyle Allen versus
it wouldn't be
that. Now it's Fields versus that and so forth.
Right.
Shout out to Russ, though, man. But we're going to find out, though, with John Rice, man. How much you think he plays, though? Because is there a guarantee that he actually going to get in this game?
Yeah, he'll play. Yeah, he'll play. End of the third, fourth quarter would be my guess. I think Fields gets 2 or 3 series. Allen gets second quarter, third quarter, and then, Rice Plumlee gets end of the third or fourth.
Okay.
That'd be my guess. I do like this team with the young secondary, though, with like Trace and Rush. Yeah. I don't know how much Bishop's going to play because he'll be out there to start, but I don't think he's got the cachet to bench.
He might be out there the whole time, bro. They could go from you're starting at slot to now you're starting at outside corner, and now this guy goes in the slot.
Ryan Watts being out there too. I'm trying to think. With
Braylon Arnold, Darius Rush,
Mark Robinson, and Matakevich out there I could live with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have some decent units late into the game.
How you feel about the D-line?
Yeah, I think they're built for mid preseason time to late in preseason games.
Because that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, when is Leal? But I'm like, Leal's going to be bumped up, though. Isn't Leal bumped up because there's no Hayward?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm like, how long he going to be out there, man?
He can play, though. The more snaps he can play, the better.
He said, you don't get to come out early. All right, you sit in there for a little bit.
Yeah, those depth defensive linemen, they're built for this.
Yeah.
They're perfect for like second, third quarter, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And preseason game.
All right, we getting any Najee and Jaylen Warren? How much you thinking?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they'll be out there with Fields.
Yeah.
I think Fields and the first team run together for a little bit. It depends on how they look. If they're 2 for 2, like Kenny's time, then I think that's all they'll get is 2 series. If it's looking sloppy first series, they get some going second, then maybe they'll come out for a third.
I just hope with both of them dudes, man, in terms of Warren and Najee, I don't want them to get touched. All right, just don't even touch them dudes. Just leave them alone. Call jet sweeps.
No, we're done. We're done after
Call the jet sweep, man. All right.
I actually saw a chart.
Call the jet sweep.
I think it might have been Alex Kozora that posted this out. That we've only run one jet sweep this whole training camp period, and it happened to be the one where Roman Wilson got hurt.
Yep, that's when he got hurt, bro.
Outside of that, we've essentially banned the jet sweep.
It's a bad luck play, bro. You know I'm anti-jet sweep unless I'm calling it in Madden or NCAA. It works a lot in NCAA, actually. Shout out to the jet sweep. Hey, man, y'all hit that like button one time for the coaching, too. Don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. Man, we about to call up the homie real quick, man. Let's see. Let's make sure the homie right. He didn't text me talking about where you at, bro. Like, look at TG trying to act like he on time today. It's crazy. Game week, man. Dudes acting brand new on us, Deke. All right, I got that pushed. All right. Oh, there we go. There we go. Give me some action real quick, man. Now, how you gonna text me and not answer on the first ring? This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy, Deke. How you gonna text me and then not answer on the first ring? That's nuts. That is nuts. That's so. I just think that's kind of crazy, bro. Like you really was like, bro, I'm waiting on you. Me and Deacon here, we having some real conversations, man. And that's crazy, TG. That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Man, listen. The energy has been up. We was watching Team USA basketball. It got all tight on us. You know how it go. Deke was talking about betting. He ain't want to bet no more. Like, it was real life in here, bro. So for you to, not answer them first couple rings, I was like, hey, bro, hold on now. Don't. We don't need any other stress on the situation today, all right?
Man, that Team USA had boys stressed,
boy. But hey, listen, shout out though, Team USA. Shout out to Durant, shout out to Curry, shout out to Brown, man. Whenever it's time.
At a step type game.
Whenever it's time.
Yeah.
One of the big three is gonna show up, man. Salute them boys, man.
That's what they made for.
That's what they made for. Straight like that. Somebody could go off of the three at any point in time, man. So, ladies and gents,
the greatest in the world.
Come on, man. The world, Craig. The world.
You know
all right. Straight like that, man. So, with that being the case, let me introduce the homie, Pittsburgh Steelers locker mate, former linebacker alumni. You know what time it is. Let me get back on my bully real quick, all right? We're talking that West Virginia Mountaineer alum. Almost heaven.
Almost.
AJ Martinez and all the homies, Tito with the good vibes included. All shout out to RQQ because you know what time he on. But without further ado, make sure y'all hit that like button and give a round of applause for the one and only homie, Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, ladies
there
and
you go.
We love him.
Yes.
Shout out to the homie.
The guys. What's good?
All
right, so look, man, we got a lot that we got to talk to you about. All right, so let's go ahead and start it with the Steelers talk. All right, and then we'll get back to some of this miscellaneous stuff a little bit later. But how you feeling about this preseason matchup, man? Texans, Steelers, and specifically Justin Fields. Before you called, man, we was having a little bit of a discussion about just, do we feel like it's a competition? Do we think that Fields can do enough in the preseason to surpass Russ? We get a chance to see him in stadium, man. What's your thoughts on everything?
I'm excited. I mean, like, it's weird because it's always like, we got all this Justin Fields hype, like in a sense of what's he gonna do in the game, like, but this is a starting quarterback. This is a top 10 pick, like. We know who this is, Like, the knock on him wasn't so much like the he don't have it. You know, it just was Chicago was moving on.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you got in the steal. But it's like I'm excited to see it. You know, I think it's been the most hyped of the summer. It's been the most hyped of camp to me. You know, so it's like I'm excited to see it in game action. I'm excited to see it with the lights on. I want to see the drive count. You know, I think we've seen a lot of drives and Latrobe finish off really well. I'm excited to see the drive count and him put up a 6, and you know how the energy is off of that. I'm excited to see them. Like I always love seeing them get in and out the huddle. You know, I think
operations, yeah.
You know, I'm excited to see, you know, like the snaps, how it goes, how the flows, or keeping the ball off the ground, just the flow of the offense while he's in there. So I mean, I'm just excited. Is Pickens playing? GP playing? Will we have that with him?
Yeah, so they said everybody is out there. The only people that are not playing on
seen a couple names.
So on offense, no Russ. On defense, no TJ Watt, no Cam Hayward, Patrick Queen, Alex Highsmith, and Minka Fitzpatrick. So 6 guys totally not out, but only 1 guy on offense.
So to me, I feel like he got the same unit he's been working with this whole Latrobe. So it's like, let's bring the practice to the game. You know, let's get out here, let's let it fly, let's move the ball around. Excited to see it. Excited to see the run game. Want to see how that goes. You know, some of the new things they're doing in the run game. Just excited to see it. You know, obviously you won't see the whole package, but just kind of you want to see the ball move. You know, I want to see the ball, but not to be, you know,
what you saying?
The bad apple. But Kenny Pickett was moving that ball last preseason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone can beat 2023 Kenny Pickett's preseason performance. I don't think anyone. I think that was historic. That was Hall of Fame worthy.
5 of 5, man. 5 drive, 5 touches, man.
So it's like
they should be hanging that jersey up in the Hall of Fame.
Never get too high, too low, but let's just see the flow of the offense, man. Let's see how this thing moves. You know, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see them. I know they're excited to hit other people.
Yeah,
them boys out there scrapping and all types of stuff, man. I know they're excited to hit other people, so I know they'll be excited. The energy will be way up. You know, no matter preseason or anything, a game is a game in a sense of man, you out there. You know, you got that uniform on, you got the lights.
Like when them lights hit, you know that.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, you think there's any chance Fields beats out Russ from Tomlin's perspective? Like Tomlin making the decision here, not you, but
not going into week 1. You know, I think the hype is there. I think you'll see him. Like you'll see packages. He's earned packages for sure with all the hype. For win the crowd, win your freedom. Like people want to see that.
Talk.
Yeah. Yeah, people want to see it. So you'll get a couple packages. We'll see how them packages look early. And that'll tell a lot more of the story You know, I think Russ needs to go ahead and get healthy though. Like he has missed a lot of time. It's time to go ahead and get back in there. And
he started back practicing this week, splitting reps with Fields this week. So we are getting that. That is at least confirmed these past 2 days.
I'm more saying he needs to go in there and be. I know I'm with the ones, and you know I'm with the ones, and it needs to. You kind of need that flow. They need to hear his voice in the cadence, like just different things like that. So it's like, I said it to come. If it go too long, something could happen. But I think now it's about the sweet spot of we're in the 2 part. We don't want to get to the too long. We're in the 2 part. So it's like now it's about the sweet spot of like trying to go ahead and get back up in there.
So basically, outside of Russ just being hurt, you don't see Fields being able to surpass Russ this preseason? Okay.
Not week 1. I don't see it week 1. Unless I just don't see it week 1. And I mean, like,
but like, what if he's electric in the preseason? Like we talked about Kenny, right? Kenny 5 for 5, man. 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. If Fields goes out there 5 drive, 5 touchdowns, or 6 drive, 6 touchdowns, is his preseason performance not enough to outweigh what Russ has done throughout his career? Even though we wouldn't have seen him as much in training camp / preseason games?
Man, I feel like if you listen to the stories, man, he's already kind of told you, like, Russ will start this thing off. Like, it's fairly unfair, And I feel like he's kind of giving you just got to listen to the stories in a sense where it's like the pole positions and different things like that. I just think all that's really telling you is, like, Russ will start this. I think Russ's resume gets him week 1. Like, I think you have to remember Russ is a winner. Russ has won a Super Bowl. Russ is a Super Bowl guy. He's been to another one. So it's like Russ is a guy that he's a born winner. Even his resume of winning is sky high to where it's like Russ will start.
TG, that's not here. He's new here, right?
True.
He's new here.
Nah, and he don't have no money here. I'm with all that.
You see what I'm saying?
With that. Yeah, but I just still feel it's Russ. You see what I mean? Let Russ cook in a sense. Like, when they took the pictures, I think Russ took the pictures.
He sat next to Mr. Rooney.
Yeah. Like,
if you know.
If you don't, you don't. Like,
they say who is sitting next to the boss man. All right, if you next to the boss, that's QB1. If you not next to the boss, hey bro, you know where you at, bro. All right, who's next to Mr. Rooney in the picture? 7 was always next to Mr. Rooney. I don't care which 7 was always there. You know, man.
Come on.
If you know, you know.
I think they got a couple things. They got a couple things already printed up with him on the ticket and whatnot. Like,
when you pull up to the stadium Friday night. Just see who's the big person on the stadium. You know when they got the picture, it was like Cam, TJ, Ming. Is it Fields or is it Russ? If that's already pre-printed up, then you kind of I can see that. Know, you guys give you the heads up. Yeah.
I just to me, and I know Fields is having a great camp, and I think that's great, and I think that just solidifies who he is, because I think he's a starting quarterback. Like, that's an elite player.
Facts.
Like, honestly, you got a steal. You have 2 elite quarterbacks, but Russ will get the nod going into week 1 unless it's just totally unhealthy. But I think you'll see Justin Fields. I will say that. I think you'll get some packages, and I don't think his packages will be packages that just totally got him running.
Yeah.
I think you'll see something like on a going into the fringe. You'll get to see him. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna do something to where it's like, all right, he's threw a touchdown.
It's Wildcat, but it's not because it's actually Fields in there. So it's not Wildcat. It feels like regular offense, but this is the guy that's on the field right now. Yeah.
Yeah, here it go.
Where have we seen that? Was that like they weren't Lamar Jackson? They didn't do that with him and Flacco, did they?
Reed did that with Vic.
That's what it was with Vic. I was about to say, I feel like somebody we've seen this before. Yeah.
Somewhere where you see him, but he's not all the way there, but he's there.
The Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick back in San Fran for a little while, they would do that. Be like, yeah, we want to put him in for this type of look, and then he started to throw it out of that, and it was like, oh, all right. And then eventually, we obviously he took over and everything out there.
I mean, I think you'll see that.
Okay.
All right, I think you'll see a little package, a little slow in. Here we go. So.
Would you be open to starting Fields if you were the head coach?
Week 1. You talking about week 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, week 1.
I like Justin Fields.
So to you, what if you're making the decision? Then what would you need to see from Fields this preseason to pull the trigger and make him week 1 starter? If you're Coach Tomlin, you the man. Yeah, you got the decision. It's no longer in Coach Tomlin's pen. It's in your hands now, man. Come on now.
For me to have him be the starter, I think I need to see Russ keep on sitting out a couple more days, and I want to see him go light it up, not only with his arm, but I'd want to see him do something nice with his legs.
I think I'd need to see like buy-in from the team too, or like body language type of stuff.
There.
Yeah, where like this, they point to Fields as being the leader. Yeah.
Justin Fields is young, so Justin Fields relates to the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the guys are young in a sense.
Yeah.
Like Russ is a little bit more.
It's more of a respect. Yeah, I'm about to say he's proven done it. Whereas feels like, oh, you like us, bro. We know you. Like that's
Yeah, like Justin Fields, like you said with the George Pickens, like man, I know him before y'all know him.
Yeah.
Like I keep up with these guys. Like these are my guys. So it's like. I think it's like that with more guys than you can even think of. Like, these guys go to camps together. These guys do a lot of, Justin Fields might be a dude that's on Call of Duty with the guys. Like,
Yeah, whereas Russ ain't, he probably ain't going to give you that. Yeah.
Yeah, Russ probably not doing that. So it's like, I don't think that's a factor in the sense of, like, I think the guys love Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't think the guys are going to give you that to make it feel like I'm swaying away either, though. I think that's one thing about Pittsburgh. They know the game in the sense where it's like, no, I'm not jumping in that. Like I'm gonna let them sort that out, and I'm with whatever, and we're gonna be straight with whatever, and we're gonna do our job. So it's like, to me, I just think it's Russ's job. I don't think, they always tell you can't lose your job off of injury and whatnot, but I think it's Russ's job, and we'll see what shakes out of that. Like, I don't think Russ got time to go in there and throwing picks, though.
Ooh,
No.
okay. But that's playing bad. Playing bad and you not playing due to injury and it's in training camp and preseason, I think they're very different. Yeah.
But,
if he come out here and start throwing picks, bro, we go, hey, if he throw them picks, we go.
Russ will start that thing off slow a little bit, too. I don't think the patience is going to be there as hard as you think.
I mean, I think that's fair, but just know the faster you make that move to Fields, what happens if what happens if Fields starts slow as well? You act like Fields has been perfect in regular season games.
Right.
So now you put yourself in a real bind.
And I think that's understood.
Yeah.
I think Russ is the ultimate brother. I just don't see it. I think Russ will start. I think it's Russ's job. Russ will start. I think they'll work Justin in. I think the main thing is because I think Justin got to feel the love of Steeler Nation in this preseason to where it's keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
And I think that's truly more of a grind than you think, in a sense where it's man, we're just here to win. We're just here to win. So it's everybody stay happy. Y'all both starters, and you're both gonna have a good career, in a sense. I think they got to keep preaching certain things, just buy in, stay ready. But I think Russ will start this thing off.
Okay. I like it then. All right. One final question with the rest and Fields thing. I already asked Deke this. I want to ask you this though, man. Since we're all seeming like this is highly unlikely, but if it were to occur where Fields does get the nod week 1, how do you see that affecting or impacting Russ in his, feelings about wanting to still remain here as well?
If Fields were to get the nod?
Yeah. Say Russ, man, doesn't get a chance to get out there, man. The calf is just calfing, right?
Yeah.
Or for whatever reason, it's Fields still got week 1, right? The rest, just the calf never got all the way back. How does that play out in your mind?
Then I think Fields will take the job and it'd be his job, and Russ will keep it moving. Go somewhere next year,
So you think he would stay here for this season, though?
Yeah, he would stay here for the year. You saying they could leverage him and try to trade him and get something?
I'm wondering if Russ would want out.
I say this. I don't think nobody's going to risk their quarterback to even be able to get hurt in this time. But if somebody's quarterback, if the Aaron Rodgers situation was to happen in the preseason, I think that would bring up a conversation.
So I think you're looking at it as an outside team coming in and asking for Russ. I'm talking specifically about what does Russ want, because DK brought up that, he could see the scenario where he feels maybe Russ doesn't want to be here because Fields would get the nod. And now it's, you got to get him up out of here. He's disgruntled type thing.
I don't think you could do that. I think Russ is too good of a person in a sense of, I just don't think Russ can even give you disgruntled. As crazy as that sounds. I don't think he's allowed to per se.
It goes against how he's made. Does not compute. Say yes, sir. Say yes, sir. You better smile in this interview, Russ. You better smile.
Yeah, I don't think his PR team allows disgruntled. No, we're not doing that.
So deep down, he's not happy, but he can't look like the bad guy.
Bro, that's against the bread, bro. He didn't work too hard on his bread, man.
I think the brand is too built. No, we don't do disgruntled.
All right.
So I don't see that. I just don't see that.
Okay. So it's gonna be an interesting thing, man. We'll see how this thing continues to play out, man. Luckily, though, we do get the game Friday to start this thing out, man.
I think it's a great situation for the team. It's tough individually, but it's a situation for the team because it's you got 2 starters that if anything does happen, you don't blink. These quarterbacks drop every year. Yeah. You see it,
about half the starters were out last year.
Yeah,
it was a rough year. So it's these guys drop every year, and to be honest with you, you have to have 2 good quarterbacks. The only thing is, it's hard to have 2 starters. It's hard to keep 2 starters just in there, calm and patient and happy and about their business, but at the same time, it's everybody's okay. They're paying them boys. Everybody's getting paid well. That's not the issue. You know what I mean? So it's just truly a play issue in a sense that I think they'll be pros. Like I'm getting better in there. I think it's one of them like you'll start by next year, or your time's gonna come. It's inevitable not to come. So it's like just stay ready, no matter which situation it is.
I like it. All right.
It's a young
my
Kyle
bad. I didn't mean to
Allen
cut you off
in there
like that. My bad.
I'm just saying it's a young Kyle Allen there that don't get no love. That's like
Talk that
he
talk,
ain't no
bro.
bad. Yeah,
that's a
a
pro's
guy.
pro. That's a professional. He's an absolute professional.
He came and won a lot of games too, and it's like, no, it's not per se a starter, but he's a total backup. That's like totally, he don't even have a chance to be the two.
He knows he's a backup. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like he's the backup. That's like I stay ready and I go in there and win you some games. So it's like he's in the same boat too. He's fighting. You know what I mean? Somebody that's like, man, like I just don't have a chance till something is to happen. Then I gotta be ready.
Yeah.
So he gotta stay sharp too. Like this thing's crazy. It's fluent. So it's a grind. You gotta be a pro. And this is the ultimate. You got to be a pro.
It's the test. Facts. If you can't be professional in this, man, it's gonna say a lot about you going forward, baby.
But the thing is, it'll kill a Russ. That's the difference. Like as much as we love a Russ, it would kill a Russ.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things that we love about Russ is the positivity and the pro. To where it's like, I think it's such a young man's game in the sense that it would put him in a boat that's like, let me just make sure, So. I think he would have to stay positive no matter what. I don't think you could just ask for a release. I don't think that would be the proper move.
It'd be tough for the brand.
Y'all crazy. I love it.
I see that.
Y'all are crazy.
I was just thinking it might be better for him to just be out there in free agency in case a dude goes down on one of these other teams or contender team where he could kind of pick his own destiny.
But you could die on that vine, man. You be waiting all year for that call, bro.
But I guess what I'm saying with Russ is who he is and what he's accomplished already. Like he doesn't have to be on a team.
I mean, you don't have to be, but you want to be on a team. You want to be on a team more than you don't want to be on a team. Yeah.
I think it's also like this ain't a bad boat. Like man, like he's having it's not like he's not enjoying himself. Like he's cool. He's Russ. You know what I mean? You want to play football. Like he's getting paid pretty well, handsomely well. Yeah. And it's like he's double dipping. Like he's double dipping. Like.
And it's a 1 year situation, whether it's great or terrible. It's just this year he's still getting 40. Yeah.
Like I don't think he's panicking. You know what I mean? Like I don't see the panic. So I think we'll be all right.
All right. So I think we are all the way done with the Fields and Russ convo for now, at least. All right. At least for right now. So outside of the quarterbacks, who else you looking to see though, man? Come on, man. We know you got multiple West Virginia guys in this game. We know you got a Corey Trice you've been eager and excited about, man. Who's on your list, man? Let me hear what's up, man.
I want to see. I want to see Peyton, man.
Okay, getting that start as well because no PQ.
I want to see 41 run, man. I'm excited to see it. I want to see it run. I want to see it hit. I want to see how it plays. Okay. I think he'll play really well tonight. I'm excited to see my West Virginia guy. I'm excited to see Beanie, man.
He'll get that start as well at the slot corner. He's supposed to be getting a start. Yeah.
I'm calling a preseason sack on the night, man.
Ooh, okay.
I just think they're gonna blitz him a lot. I feel like that's his game. So I want to see what he do if he give us a little blitz move, how he feel, how he carry himself out there. I want to see how it look. I want to see the little bit of JPJ we will see.
We're going to see him versus, Diggs out there. Nico Collins going to be out there. They say the guys are playing. The guys are playing.
I want to see that. I think the Texans is one of them teams, like, to me, like, like, to me.
They're going to be for real.
To me, like, I don't think they're being talked about, but I think that's a young team. I think that's a squad. Nico Collins is a wide receiver one. Like, Diggs, that's a wide receiver one.
He used to be a wide receiver. We got to see now. I don't know. He might have lost step. He might have lost step now. I don't know, man. He used to be wide receiver one. He might have lost one now. I'm just, it's a different world. It's a different world when you lead your guy, bro.
You got Dalton. What's Schultz?
Dalton Schultz. Yeah, shout out to Dalton.
Yeah. That's a weapon. They got a ton of running backs in there.
Is Tank playing? I didn't check to see if Tank Dell was playing.
I don't know.
Does anybody know anything? I don't know if he's playing, but it looks like he's doing pretty well with his recovery. He's been like
Man, Tank
practicing
got
and
shot,
stuff.
man. I don't know.
No,
I don't know if he's playing or
I know
not,
he
but-
got shot, but I'm like, he was actually like practicing. I know he's been practicing. I just didn't know if they said anything about him playing in the game or not.
I didn't see anything.
Because he got
I didn't
shot.
look for anything.
Because remember, he got shot
I'm
this
excited.
offseason, and he broke the leg in the season, like in the regular season last year.
Yeah.
I want to see them tight ends versus the Jimmy Wards of the world. Like I want to see that. You know,
That's an
like,
underrated
I don't know.
matchup right there. Shout out to Jimmy Ward. If you know, you know. That's an underrated one right
If
there.
you know, you know.
That's
And
underrated
again,
right
I don't
there.
know how much we'll get, but I'm excited to see that. And I'm excited
Because
to see.
they safeties are straight. Jalen Petrie and Jimmy Ward over there. Those are both two quality guys. Yeah.
Let's bite.
I mean, their first team or defense is pretty good across the board. I think the soft spot is like, you can say linebacker, but you can't really say linebacker. I was saying linebacker, but I'm like, you got Christian Harrison there. You got Al Shair. Yeah, he said Al Shabbat, bro. Don't do that. Don't come on, bro. That is crazy. That is crazy. Yo, shout out to Aziz though, which is Aziz. Shout out to Aziz, man. Yeah, bro.
You got baby San Fran, man. That defense bites, man. They sit in that cover 6. They sit in that 4. They get in some man. They do a lot of exotic stuff in the sense.
They got the safeties to back it up. Yeah, if you doing it, yeah.
And I don't know if they'll give the bag out there tonight, but those are good packages for us to see them against.
Yeah,
you know, that's a elite defense. That's a top 10 defense. That's a good team, man. That's a good team, and that's going to be a good team moving forward. And it's like you always want to win, you know. I think coaches want to
score. You want to win.
Yeah, preseason's preseason, but you want to win, man. If they keep in score, I'm trying to get a win. So it's like I'm excited to see what that's going to look like. Like just the game, man. Like it's a game. You call it what you want. They keep in score.
Yeah.
There's referees out there, you know. How do these receivers? How does the DBs play with these receivers? Do they run with them? Like you're not super handsy, just getting all the wrinkles and kinks out.
Well,
man.
you got GP. Like, he gonna get some of that Derek Stingley Jr. Some of that CJ Anderson, or Henderson, excuse me. Yeah.
That's a year 2 Stingley.
Mm-hmm.
That's a year 2 Stingley. That's ready. That's what he is. You know what I mean? Like I think he's gonna be a dog. I think you'll see a nice jump from him this year.
Yeah.
And I know it's not about the Texans, but I just think that's a really good team. Really good team.
So a good test, though, for us in terms of at least our starting unit. If those guys are going out there and looking good, we know that it's at least against a comparable opponent, a valuable opponent. I mean, and to an extent, that's what we said last year when we had that matchup against the Bills here. We played well, and we ended up meeting them again, in the wild card in the playoffs. So we'll see what it looks like, man. But I like how we talking. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So final thing in terms of the game and stuff like that, man. Who's the guy that you think has that breakout performance on offense? Who's the guy that you think is gonna make some noise on defense for us, man?
Offensively, I just I don't know that he touches it this much, but you know, I think 30 will have a good game tonight.
Okay,
you know, it
shout
seems
out
like
to Jalen.
You know, I think it's the focus has been there. I think the body's there. I think he's ready to have a breakout season. I think you'll see it early. Have some good carries. You know, I think that offensive line is going to be that offensive line. I think that's the offensive line that's trying to prove that they're a strong unit. You know,
they got a real D line they're going against too now.
They do. It's a lot of monsters over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I think they got a lot to prove. I don't know how long. I just don't know how long you play all these guys in a sense. Like, especially if I'm Houston, because all mine are proven. You know, so I think you get a little bit of it, but I don't think you get all of it like you think you're gonna get. You know,
I
don't
just
think
surprised that they said he was gonna play the starters.
Yeah,
because I'm with you. I'm like, they proven, but I
just don't think I think that's a young team that you gotta play them, and they already had a preseason game. So it is his preseason 2 to them in a sense.
Oh yeah, respect on that. They had the Hall of Fame game. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, like I think they did their sitting out. Like let's get to it a little bit. Like let's get some game action a little bit. So they got a plan, and this is part of their plan. I don't think you'll see them a lot, but I think you'll get a couple pieces of it. But you know, I'm excited to see that. I want to see that. I think 30 will have a good game. I want to see GP on Stingley. I want to see the matchups we do get on that. I think that'll be a good test. I want to see the right tackle, how he stands up, man. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like you just said, he's got 2 monsters. He's got to deal with. Them edge rushers get edgy, so it's like I want to see how he stands up in the run game.
I mean, because you got Will Anderson, defensive rookie of the year. Donnell Hunter had 16 sacks, something like that last year. Like, productive dude. Yeah.
If you know,
they got some dudes, man. They can win off the edge.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
That's the mutant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the modern day Cam Wake. Like, if you know, you know.
All right.
You know, you know. You know, you know.
All right.
No, you know.
Shout out to that Dolphins reference. I see what you're doing in there. You like to show all your alumni. You show your alumni card a lot. I'm just throwing it out there, bro. You show it a lot.
So I want to see that matchup. Like, I think that's a 5-star matchup. You know, how much we get to see of it, it'll be interesting. But I think we'll get a couple rounds of it. You know, it's like the sparring film. You know, the tank versus tank versus my man sparring film. You know, it doesn't hang.
Like, yeah, this is sparring footage right here. Just a touch of here, there. Yeah.
We ain't gonna get the whole fight, but we get a nice sparring footage. Like, we get some nice insight on some things. So, I think, you know, all the questions won't get answered tonight, but I think we'll get a couple questions answered for sure.
Respect.
You know?
Yeah, when's this Aiyuk trade happening?
Man,
your man's is hyping it up too. What's up, bro?
I feel like it's definitely in combo. Like, you know, they say it and a lot of people saying it, so I think it's definitely in combo. But I really just don't see it happening, man. Like, I don't mean to be like that.
You
like,
team Shefty then is what it sounds like, because Shefty said he don't think it's gonna happen
ESPN
either.
said it happened 3 days ago.
I just don't see San Fran's putting up every fight not to let that go. You see what I mean? Like, every fight. And I think he's got a little bit of control in it, a little bit more control than you think he got in it, in the sense where I believe he did turn down certain deals. Like, I don't want to go there.
They said 30 plus from the Patriots. They said the Browns were offering up in that 30 range, and he ain't liking either one of them. That's what they saying.
If you're turning that down, then we're coming back and we're going to try to convince you that let's go win this year as us and go get all the money you want next year. You see what I mean? Like, I'm just going to, like, I just think they're going to stall you till they can't stall you no more, you know? Which is, it's a blessing and a curse, because it could get this. Yeah, it could get to where you like, nah, I got to give it away for free, basically. Mm-hmm. But it's like,
are they at that stage now, though? How much longer until they're at that stage where it's like, listen, cut your losses. There isn't anything that you're going to gain any more positivity from the situation. When do you think that happens?
I think that's another week and a half. In the next week, you start to get panicky a little bit, where it's like, yo, we're getting a little close to it. We still don't have it. We're going to get anything for it. You don't eat it all year. You don't do that. You know, costs too much. Can't eat it all year. But I think something's got to sort out. They just signed Chosen today.
Shout out to Chosen. If you know, you know. Shout out to Chosen.
You know. I don't think he's super just
don't do that. I was about to say don't do that.
Yeah, that's not an IU answer. I think that's just another body type per se. Like,
it's a cool name with it. It moved the needle from a name standpoint, but yeah, I'm about to say
it's a dope name. It's not an IU standpoint, but I just think they want to work that out. If you see their offense, they need to work that out. Yeah. You know, even that draft pick they got, he keep getting nicked up.
Ricky Pearsall, yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't think they've gotten. I think they know. Like, they're football guys. That's a football unit. You know what I mean? Like, it's a football unit. And it's kind of like, I don't think it's total business. It's kind of the football aspect where it's like, yo, let's not just let this go. You know? So, to me, I think that's what the story you're getting. I'm not just going to let this go. No.
So you're saying back to the Niners?
I just don't think they want to let it go.
He sits out a year.
I was about to say, does he sit out? Or do we get any of that?
I don't think he sits out. I almost think that's the bet they're betting on. Show me you'll do that.
And I think for San Fran, they're winning because he's not going to sit out, bro. I feel like it hurts him way more. I would say it hurts him way more to sit out than it does the Niners.
He's going to play football. So it's just a matter of when he comes to play football. So I think that's more the story we get.
Is there a scenario where he comes to play, but he's half-hearted and it's noticeable?
I don't think it's noticeable.
Okay. I
think he's a football player.
Because me and Deke, we kind of had that convo as well, in the sense of, what if Aiyuk shows up, but he's blatantly letting you know, bro, he is not involved. He is not here emotionally or mentally, but he's collecting a check.
I think that team's too close for him to act like that. I think that team's still a team.
Yeah.
You know? I think that team's a team. Like, I think they kind of, them boys is friends. Like, even the videos we do get, it just seems like they joyful, even though it's not getting done. Like, it's still
Man,
like
they
it's
winning,
love.
TG. You know how it is when your team winning. Everybody love each other when you're winning like that, man.
I feel that.
It's
I mean,
real.
I just think that team, like, I'm on the wave of, you know, I love to see him in Pittsburgh. I think that's a finishing piece, you know? But, I mean, I don't think Van Jefferson is no bum. Like, I think that's a nice piece over here, too. Like, I think it's receivers over here, too, not to be like that. But I think, like, he's an elite receiver. You know, I think what he's asking for is, like, that's just where the market's at right now. I don't know if he's just, like, total wide receiver one, but I think in learning and studying more, he's a route runner. He's the route runner of San Fran. You call it what you want. Like, Debo's the catch the screen and get missing guy.
Get vertical,
we had the gadget. I think he's the route runner of San Fran. I don't know if Brock Purdy's as excellent without that. Like, I think that's a piece you need. I think that's a core piece that they're not just ready to just totally give away. You see what I mean? So it's like, before I just totally give away my route runner, let's make sure we can't get this done.
Double, triple check. Make sure you got this right, because once you do it, it ain't no take back. You can't change it.
You can't get it back.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, you don't just, like, this San Fran team's on their last leg, man. They got to pay a lot of people, you know? Like, we not even talking about Trent up there all upset.
Trent,
you know?
yeah,
So
Trent
like,
has been disgruntled over there, but you can't pay everybody.
Man.
We know Purdy is next.
Man, we not even saying how Trent's disgruntled, so it's like they got a lot of drama they dealing with.
Yeah, because
so
they said Trent missed some of the practices behind the contract, man. He said, bro, I need my money.
What about Aiyuk having a quote-unquote injury at some point?
Oh, that back a little tight. You know how that back get.
Yeah, Trent's like, you're not going to take all my money, but I ain't going to give you nothing till I get my stuff that I'm looking for. I'm Trent.
Hey, so are we going to get any phantom Aiyuk injuries if he has to stay in San Fran this year?
You're not going to get him playing through things. I'll say that.
Okay. I was you're definitely not playing through nothing. Yeah. If it feels weird, just don't feel it today, coach.
Yeah, I'm going to take this one off. I'm not going to practice today.
Yeah. I need all that.
See y'all tomorrow.
I need all that.
Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. You know? So, yeah.
And I feel like if you're the Niners, you don't want to be dealing with that stuff.
Who?
The Niners.
I mean, I think you're not worried about that. I think you're more like, man.
But at some point, like, if you keep doing that, like, eventually you're just going to be like, it's going to wear thin. Middle of the season, trade deadline. Like, let's just get him out of here.
But that team's on their last leg anyway. They know that.
Because once you pay Purdy, everything changes in that room. Yeah, everything changes on that team, man.
They got the tight end top of his class. They got a left tackle top of his class. They got another receiver top of the class.
Running back top of the class. They got a running back edge
top
rusher
of the class.
Top of the
edge rusher top of the class.
Inside linebacker top of the class.
It's a safety in there that's about 2 years away.
Top of the class. All right.
Come on. Like, they paid Ward over there.
Yeah.
You can't pay everybody. Like, they know that's coming to an end. So it's like, I think they got a lot of big decisions to make. I wouldn't be, like, to me, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised if San Fran go get them a nice backup quarterback and try to start developing that to think they could hold all this thing together.
Ooh, you talking nasty. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, bro, because that's the only way.
Get like a Zach Wilson in there.
All right.
Sam Darnold was out there making noise last year. Don't play.
Man, Sam Darnold.
Don't play. They like Sam Darnold. Don't play. I'm about to say don't play. Sam Darnold made some noise out there in San Fran. He about to be starting in Minnesota. Stop playing with that man. Yeah. He said, hey, all right, I know what this is. I'll flip this. Yeah.
Come on. So it's like, nah, I don't see that. I don't see that like that. I think I just don't see them trading him, man. I'm just being honest. I don't see that. I don't. I think they're gonna hold on to.
Maybe San Fran will trade for Kenny.
Oh,
much as you joking.
I mean, I'm not joking.
Then you get a chance to see who's the better player.
I've said it. If Hurts gets hurt this year, Kenny's gonna play good.
Kenny villain arc, I see. If he gets to San Fran, the villain arc is there in San Fran. Because now we literally saying, all right, Purdy, it's no longer you're in this offense, Kenny's in this offense. Now y'all both in the same situation. I mean, you get a chance to see if your man could do what he could do.
Man.
You don't like that, TG? You don't feel that?
I don't know.
You don't feel like Kenny and San Fran can get active?
I think San Fran is quarterback friendly.
Okay.
I think Kyle Shanahan is one of those. I think it's very quarterback friendly. You know? That's truly what I believe. Very quarterback friendly.
It is, but not everyone has worked out. I say
we've seen some quarterback struggle. Yeah,
I have Trey struggled in there, but it's like
Mullins.
I think you gotta have an arm in there. I think it's built for arm talent in there.
Whoa! Why you specify that? But we talking about.
I think Purdy got arm talent. Don't do that.
Okay, no, I was talking about because we were talking about Kenny. You making it sound like Kenny got arm talent. Is that what you implying? That's because you said arm talent. I ain't saying arm talent. You said that. I was just asking the question.
I don't think Kenny's arm talent though.
Okay, that's what I was trying to like. Were you saying that? That's what I was trying to catch on. Yeah,
I don't think Kenny's arm talent. That's why I said I think it's QB friendly, but I don't think Kenny's arm talent. That's not what I get from Kenny.
I mean, based off of what you're saying, that would hold true in the sense of Jimmy G does have arm talent, not consistency always, but you think about what him and Purdy were able to do.
Kenny's got as much arm talent as Jimmy G.
Jimmy G has been to a Super Bowl, bro. Both of these we talk about have led their teams to Super Bowls.
We're talking about arm talent and like arm strength. All that stuff. Kenny's got that.
I don't agree with that. I don't think Kenny has that arm talent like that.
Jimmy G?
Yeah, I think Jimmy G has a little more arm talent than Kenny. I do.
I don't know.
All right, so why don't y'all talk about it? TG, why do you feel like he does have it? And Deke, why you feel like he don't got
it? Jimmy G have an arm talent? I mean, I think it's all right. It's either you're Josh, you got one of these cans or you don't. And like, I don't know. Some of these guys are around the same boat, I'd say, at this point.
I just think Jimmy G was good.
Like, he could throw it down the field.
I'm not mad at Kenny. Like, I think Jimmy was good at getting it to the right people in a sense of, I think that offense was nice for Jimmy. I think Jimmy has a little more arm talent than Kenny. I'm not saying Kenny don't have arm talent, but I think Jimmy has more arm talent than Kenny. I think Jimmy's arm talent has kept him around for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Jimmy know what he's looking at all the way. He just got like.
So you got to chill, bro.
What? Not to be like that. I don't think he know what he all the way looking at. Like, I think arm talent has carried him. You know? Like, here, you hold it.
Y'all be playing with Jimmy. Y'all be playing with Kirk, bro. All right, bro. Y'all be playing with these folks out here, bro. Y'all be playing with these folks out here. That's crazy. Y'all playing with these folks, man.
If Kirk could get up there, he'd never leave. Kirk, that's where he would retire. Like,
Kirk could kill it in San Fran. We already know this.
Kirk is still San Fran.
Yeah. But that's Kirk's game, though. Kirk is get that third foot in the ground, ball out. On schedule. Tell me where I got to look. All right, I'm gone.
3, hold that.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, hold that.
Yeah.
You know? So. Nah.
Okay. So we good with the with the Texans, good with the Niners talk, good with the Kenny talk. Think we button that all up. All right. Yeah. So now we're gonna backtrack because we do got some other stuff I wanted to get with you before we get up out of here, man. We did finally get those top 100 in the top 10, get all that thing out there, man. So I had to get your reaction. TJ Watt listed at number 8, the third rated defender behind Chris Jones and Myles Garrett. How did you feel?
I don't respect it.
Okay.
Not Chris Jones.
Ooh,
and I think Chris Jones is the one.
Okay.
But I gotta put TJ above that.
So that's the one you chose violence with. Now Chris Jones, he was rated at 6. Just throwing it out there.
I get the Myles argument because Myles is such a mutant. You know what I'm saying? But I think TJ's above both of them personally.
Okay.
Personally. You know?
Myles just won Defense Player of the Year though, bro. Yeah.
They put Tyreek at number 1, bro.
You ain't feeling that? Reek led the league in receiving yards with Tua Tagovailoa as his quarterback.
He did.
It was Tua.
But there's a man in Kansas City that's the number 1 player. Every year you gotta have a vote. Feel me?
Over your boy Lamar? Because your boy Lamar is that too.
Yeah, I thought he was over. Who won the Super Bowl last year?
Oh. I mean, I'm just saying though, like Lamar was the regular season MVP though.
He was. Lamar was special. He had one of them years again. I love Lamar.
Nah. Don't gas it. Don't gas it. Because he shouldn't have won it. Don't gas it. It was cool. It won't Josh like, but it was cool though. Yeah.
I just think, you know how like Pat is Pat, man. That's like plus the LeBron argument. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you put LeBron beneath him, but it's kind of like, come on, man.
Yeah, like when Russ and James Harden won MVPs. It's like, this is a joke.
Like,
these guys aren't valuable at all.
You know, like this LeBron trophy every year now.
Yeah.
Like, we can give it to other people, but what we doing? You know, like
Kyrie deserved it a couple years, but
respect.
I'm good with Kyrie.
Yeah,
respect.
The Harden and Westbrook MVPs are egregious.
Westbrook had a triple double. He averaged a triple double for the year though. That don't count.
No,
it was a whole triple double though. It was a whole triple double.
Man, Westbrook, the most traded MVP we ever had.
This is also true. Both these could be true though. Somebody had to be that, and it seems like it's Russ's. You know, that's his calling right now.
Respect.
So you would have had it as Mahomes as one though.
Yeah, I would have put Mahomes as one.
Okay. So is Tyreek that second best dude to you, or how you feel like McCaffrey, Lamar? You know,
I'd have put Lamar at 2. I'd have put Tyreek at 3.
Okay. All right. I like it then. All right. So I'm gonna have a grievance with you too, then, man. You felt like Josh Allen was fine being at 12?
Yeah, of course. I thought that was fine.
All right. Hey, look, I just wanted to double check with you. That's it, man. All right. Okay. So Max Crosby and Travis Kelce better than him, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
man. I actually got to interject. I got to be with Moats on that.
Man, he at me, bro. He at me.
I got to be with Moats.
He's at me. This is nuts, man.
There's no shot.
Oh, that's crazy. You really gonna stand on that? That's crazy. Fred Warner over Josh as well?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, bro, he don't even score. Come on, man. We talking about the guy that, I mean, since coming to the league, has the most touchdowns accounted for. You know that. You know that, right? I mean, from a historical standpoint, even at his age, nobody scored more touchdowns than this man. You know that, right? In the whole history of it, oh, man. Mahomes included. Come on, bro. That's crazy that you got Max Crosby in front of that man, bro. That's nuts. All right. Fair enough. Man. I'm a little surprised by you on that one, but it's all good. All right. What they say? He don't know ball. That's what it is. My boy don't know ball, man. He don't know ball.
Man.
That's what they say. He don't know no ball, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. All right. But the other thing that I need to talk with you about, we know we had the Hall of Fame. Shout out to the guys that got inducted officially, man. Immortalized forever. Mm-hmm. But that also opened up the door for the class of 2025, and specifically a new class of first ballot potential Hall of Famers. So like we do every year, man, we're just going to name off the guys that are eligible for the first time for the Hall of Fame. And we just want to kind of see from your perspective, who do you think is, you know, first ballot Hall of Fame worthy, or who you think actually will make it on the first ballot as well, man? All right, so
I seen some names,
so I got you. Travis Frederick, the center for the Dallas Cowboys. He's first time available. Luke Kuechly. You know Luke. About to say, you know Luke. He's available first time up. Marshawn Lynch. You know Beast Mode. Shout out to Beast Mode. Yeah. He's Eli Manning. Mr. Quarterback, Mr. Two-time beating the Patriots with Brady.
I think Eli will get in quick.
Hold on. Let me keep going. Joe Staley, former tackle with the Niners. Was there forever, it felt like. T. Sizzle, shout out to Terrell Suggs. He's on the ballot now officially as well. Aqib Talib, you know Aqib, man, played at both of your old stump. No, actually, one of your old stumping guys, not both of them. Oh, no, actually, he doesn't have that. Man, I thought he had a San Fran in there. Man, I'm tripping. All right, but shout out to Aqib Talib, and then Adam Vinatieri. And last but certainly not least is Marshall Yanda, the guard from the Baltimore Ravens. Mm-hmm. So you said Luke already. You feel like he's
Luke will go in.
Okay.
I think Beast Mode will go in.
Ooh.
I think Eli will go in.
Do you think Beast Mode gets in first ballot?
Okay.
Or just in general?
I think Beast Mode get in. People love Beast Mode. Eli get in. I think like a Travis Frederick could get in.
How you feel about your boy Suggs, man? Is Suggs first ballot or not?
I don't think Suggs is first ballot to get in.
Even with the 100+ sacks?
I love Suggs. You know I'm a Suggs guy.
Okay.
Who else is there? How many get in? It's only like 5 get in.
Yeah, only
right?
5 get in. Yeah, only 5 can get in. And not everybody is first ballot. You're going to have some guys that,
I think those
are
4 are going in. Those Eli's going in and Luke's going in. Those are going in. And I think Travis Frederick could get in. I think those 3 would get it. I think that's a Cowboy. You know what I mean? That's loud. That's a lot. That's a center. I think that'd get in. He was a good player. Obviously, they're all good players, but you know, and what is it? 1 more get in?
Yeah,
2 more.
Yeah, 2. Because you named 3, so yeah, 2 more.
Who else is up?
Hines and James Harrison.
Oh, okay.
See, can James Harrison go in over T. Suggs though?
That's what I'm saying. And if you just put in Julius Peppers, you look, Suggs' numbers is not far off of where Peppers' numbers are, and Peppers just went in first ballot.
But Suggs isn't Peppers.
Suggs isn't far off from Peppers. Is what I'm trying to explain though, from a pass rusher standpoint. You ain't just saying, oh, Peppers, you can't bring up Suggs. No, that ain't the case. And Suggs got rings too.
Suggs is Suggs now. I don't get it.
I was about to say Suggs is. Damn, Suggs is,
I'm from the crib, bro.
They talk about him. Remember, it was Ray, Suggs, and E.D. Reed. Don't act like he ain't part of that convo now.
When Ray left, Suggs was the new
T Sizzle. Yeah,
that was his program. So it's like I'm with you with everything you're saying. Who else can get in? I think Suggs is like a wild card to get in. I don't think Debo would get in this person.
The one I was curious about was Vinatieri. Adam Vinatieri. You think about what he did with the Patriots and with the Colts. Does he go first ballot?
Mr. Clutch.
Devin Hester, I feel like, changed the game a little bit. I feel like with Hester getting in, that does potentially open the door for Vinatieri.
Mr. Clutch will go in there.
Now, you're not against him just being a kicker, though?
I just think he'll get in there. He has some big kicks, man. He got Tom a lot of love. You know what I mean? He got Peyton some love. You know, like, he's going to go in there. You felt that?
I mean, his highlight reel of kicks is all going to be like Super Bowl. You be like, God,
you don't remember that
bro.
No game?
He's getting in.
It's like, boy.
Yeah, the question is just first ballot or not, but he's getting in.
He's first ballot. That snow game is going to get him in. You know, I mean,
that changed everything, low key. Yeah,
it changed everything. Tom might never have been Tom.
Seriously, that all stemmed from that game, man.
Yeah, you know, and he banged one before overtime, and he banged one in overtime. Man, he's going in there. You feel me? Cleaned the snow off, knocked it down, put him in there. When he cleaned the snow off, nobody said a word to him. He put him on there.
All right. And now you feel like Eli's definitely getting in as well.
Eli's definitely getting in. That's a man. That's Eli.
That's the head of the class, you said?
Yeah, that might be the first one to get in.
All right.
He's a man. Ain't going to play with that too long.
Okay.
The Manning cast is going to be lit.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be stupid. Oh, they might Peyton
the
might make the announcement to Eli on the show. You know how they do it at times. That might be what they do in the hell. All right. He going to be the one. Hey, Eli, guess what? I don't care about that play. You know you're going to the hall, right? I can see it. Right. I can see something like that happening. Yeah, I can see that.
Come on.
Okay.
So they're going to put that in there.
Okay.
You know that's going in there.
Okay. Well, shoot. Shout out to that class then, man. We're going to find out. Like I said, in a couple months, man, we'll find out. I think, they make the announcement. Was it right? NFL honors. So when season ends, man, we will see who of those guys makes it first ballot and who doesn't, man. But it's going to be interesting, man. Shout out.
I'm a Suggs guy. I know Luke going in there, though.
I'm about to say, man, I don't feel like you respect Suggs the right way, bro. Like you talk about Suggs, but I don't think you really know Suggs like that. Because you know Suggs is outside. If he played inside, you would talk about him very differently. But he played outside. You know how it is. I just feel like at times, you know, I mean, you slept on it a little bit. I mean,
I can see that.
You feel me? Like he's stamped. Like we talking rookie of the year, 2-time Super Bowl champ, 7-time Pro Bowl, All Pro. He got a DPOY as well. And then you talking about 139 career sacks.
He sucks.
Bro, like, that is insane, man. That's the whole, like, when you get that 100 plus, it's like, yo, it's a different world we in. That's all.
That's sizzle. I'm with you.
That's all, man. I just feel like, I feel like he's in that conversation a little bit. That's all.
I'm with you.
But Kuechly's definitely the guy, though. Kuechly's for certain going to be in this thing, man. I like it.
Quick.
Yo. All right. Well, shoot, man. The final thing that I know I had on my end, and this is actually via super chat, man. Shout out to Tyler from the 334. But he did want to get your thoughts on the Bud Crawford fight that took place this weekend. Shout out to Bud moving up in weight, taking care of business, getting another belt. But how was your thoughts on it?
Bad boy, man.
The boy from Omaha's a bad boy. Shout out.
He beat that boy, and everybody know it.
Hey, man.
From Omaha.
Shout out to Israel Madrid. How you say?
He fought a good fight.
He did. He was competitive. He was competitive. Yeah.
Fought a good fight.
He's competitive.
But he wasn't gonna win that. He wasn't gonna be. I thought he fought a good fight. He wasn't gonna win that on the cards against Bud. Like Bud gonna get the nod. He the champ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna do that. Like they want to see Bud Canelo, man. They setting up for the super fight.
You see it, and you heard my man. Was it the HE, right? His Excellency. My man said, "Yo, Bud wins. If y'all know what you're supposed to do, this the one. This the fight. We blank check." He says blank check. Yeah.
They wasn't gonna give us that. Like Bud won. I thought he won the fight though.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he did too. I'm Bud, so I ain't tripping.
I thought he won the fight.
Yeah.
I thought he won the fight.
I like it.
And that's Bud. That's Terrence, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Come on, man.
You know what it is.
No. All right, then. All right.
Stop dunking me on the sticks, man.
Deke, you still ain't played him yet, bro?
Man.
Deke, there's no way you ain't still played him just yet, bro. This is crazy. You ain't played him yet?
Yeah, not yet. I'm not ducking.
You letting TG feel confident over there, man. Don't let TG get confident like that, man.
We'll get it going.
Tell Deke stop dunking me on them sticks.
We'll get it going.
Man.
I got to get warmed up, man. I started playing a little bit last weekend. Went on a little bit of a run. So I need to get prepared. I need to get ready for it.
Scared of me is crazy.
We'll play. It's what the people want. We gotta get it.
Just be careful what you asking for, though, TG. TG, just be careful what you ask for, TG. All right.
If he bring Pitt out there, I ain't worried about nothing.
TG.
I'm not being careful.
TG. They said Deke like John Wick. Right now, his dog is alive. All right.
Yeah.
And you taking his kindness for weakness. If he hop on them sticks, that mean his dog then died, and I think he's back. You feel me? I don't know if you really want that just yet, man. Deke really like that. You know what I mean?
Tell him to run it.
Ooh.
I'm waiting on him. Tell him to run it.
All right. Deke said it ain't his first time having blood on his hands, man. Just know this, all right? This ain't his first time, man. This ain't his first time. Just know that.
Know where I'm at.
All right.
He know where I'm at. They got me in this loud building. Hold on. That's crazy. But tell him I said run it, man. You know it's football season, man. It's training camp.
I'm about to say, get on your grind, man.
I know. I feel bad. I feel bad it hasn't happened yet, to be honest. It is my fault. Not ducking, but it is my fault.
I like it, man.
I'm ready when he's ready, man. I'm not hard to find. All
right, shout out there, man. But shoot, man. With that being the case, we definitely appreciate you rocking with us, taking some time to be on the show with us today, man. Y'all, anybody got anything left before we get up out of here? Anything? One way or the other?
No, I'm good.
All right, you good on your NTG? Got anything left?
I'm good, man. We got a Patriot game tonight, man.
Oh, this is also true.
Shout out Mikey Victor, man. Go do.
Hey, if you know, you know, man. Mikey Vic, that is TG's young boy right there. Salute him right there, man. If you know, you know, man. So I like it.
If you know, you know.
I like it, man.
Let's do it.
All right, then, man. All right. Well, shoot, man. You know, we'll spin the block and hit with you next week. But as always, baby, appreciate you, man.
My dog.
Peace, bro.
All right. If y'all was digging the convo right there, man, with the homie TG, Terence Garvin, Pittsburgh Steelers alum, man, y'all hit that like button one time for the culture, and don't forget to subscribe. All right. It's been a beautiful day. It's been a beautiful day. Team USA won. Everybody was on time in terms of TG calling, and it wasn't crazy audio, man. It was a great day today, bro. Philly vibed out. They got some supers left, man. So far so good though, bro.
AJ says Deke's badass 5'5" well is bad arse the chat the best. Much love to all. It's AJ mood day for me. Yikes. LOL. Shout out to my pain and the arse kids.
Hey, respect. And AJ, I say it like this, man. Sometimes You gotta have one of them days where you just let the suck. You feel me? You be like, you know what? I'm in the mood. All right, it just is what it is. I'm gonna communicate and let everybody know what time I'm on. And hey, man, take it or leave it. So shout out to you though, being comfortable in yourself enough to actually articulate when you're not in the mood. I ain't gonna lie, Deke. I be struggling with that sometimes. I wake up and I be pissed off for no reason, and they be like, "You mad?" I be like, "No, I'm good," but I really be upset. So the fact that AJ can actually like be honest with himself about it, man, I like that right there. So salute you, baby. Salute you.
Tons of fun. I'm saying Wilson won the competition this offseason on resume alone. Unless he's hurt, Fields has no chance to start week 1. But if you see the whole season as competition, then yes, Fields has a chance.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate that perspective on it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I get the whole like nature of a competition in my eyes is for week 1, but I do get what he's implying also at the end of the season in the sense of like if we're just looking at a full body of work for the full season, first month, halfway point through the season. I mean, the projections were that Russ was going to get beat out by like the bye or week 10.
I think at that point it's just if Russ sucks or not.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything Fields is doing to necessarily like beat him out. It's like. Yeah. Russ, if you're playing bad, you're going to get benched.
Yeah, we got to switch you. No different if, like I said, if it was Fields at the beginning, it's like, yo, the only way we go switch you per se is if you're doing bad. You're not going to get bumped for this guy playing well in practice per se.
Let's get you up. The Cardinals got to chill. They're giving out diabetes burritos at games. Who thought a cotton candy burrito was a good idea?
A cotton candy burrito?
Huh.
Promotions, man. Said, man, when the product isn't as consistent, you got to get wild with the promotions, bro. Shout out to the cotton candy burrito. I've never had. Deke, would you try a cotton candy burrito?
I think I would.
I mean, it's just cotton candy. Now, it can't actually have like burrito ingredients, though. I think it's just the idea of it, right?
I'd try it.
What if it wasn't like the actual like soft tortilla, and inside is, cotton candy?
I don't know. I would try.
I'm trying to just figure out like, how does this even,
Tyler from the 334 says, why does Russ's personality get labeled as a brand? And asked TG who he thought the Terrence Crawford.
I asked him the TG part. Why does he feel Russ's personality gets labeled as a brand? All right. To answer that one, it's more so because some people have questioned how authentic it is. Oh, excuse me, I said that super crazy, but how authentic it is, man. That's the real question. Some people kind of look at what he does on camera, on the field, in the facility as more of he's acting the part versus people feeling like he's genuinely like that. And I think that's why they talk about it as a brand versus his authentic personality. But at the same time, who's to say that that's not his authentic personality when that is all he's consistently shown us publicly? But I think that's, from my perspective, the big reason why some people label it as a brand versus it just being who he is. And I think that's why you've also seen, whether it's Seattle or Denver, just some of the rumblings about how people feel about him. Because if you think that's who he truly is, I think it gets respected and it's accepted at a higher level. But if you feel like it's fake and you're more so doing it to kind of be like a suck up or a teacher's pet, which has been some of the criticism about him at times, that's not going to be viewed in a positive manner, which we would associate personality with versus brand. When we say brand, we usually think in negative, right? Like, oh, Juju and Claypool, they got a TikTok brand. Nah, we don't say that they just young and they, that's their personality. They like to do social media and interact with their age group. Nah, we're like, yo, that's your brand. You care about that more than this part. But I just think for us, man, it's just, depending on how you personally feel about him, man. But I'm gonna rock with it. I'm gonna say it's his personality until I see otherwise. Because literally, I think every time I've seen him on camera, it's been that. So, and even in person, it's been that. So, yeah.
Tons of fun. Says top 100 is a popularity contest.
I mean, like I said, to an extent. I mean, technically, all these lists are.
Fish Momentum. Moats, Deke, and TG and chat fam. How are you?
Shout out.
It's been a minute. Deke, love the connection to GP.
Let's go.
Here we go tomorrow.
Let's go.
Ambition at Rivers, September 7th, 2024, 8 p.m. Free.
Ooh, hey now. That's a month away now. I like how you up on it early, Official Momentum. I see you, baby. I see you.
Let's go, UW. If Eli gets into the Hall, then Joe Flacco does as well. Neither of them should be in without waiting a while. Nah.
Flacco, Super Bowl champ.
Nah.
Did Flacco get the MVP in that one as well? I think he did.
He might have.
Yeah.
No.
Champ, MVP. You beat a formidable Niners team. Got Hall of Famers up there.
No. Just flat out no.
Joe did win a lot though.
No. No, he wasn't like consistently a top 10 quarterback. He had a run. You got to give him that. He had a run. But wasn't consistently like a top 10 QB. I mean, maybe if he, I don't know, this whole second stint of his career.
Comeback player of the year?
No, I was going to say if he won another Super Bowl, maybe it becomes more of a conversation, but no.
So Super Bowl MVP, and comeback player of the year?
No,
for two different franchises.
No, there's a lot of players, a lot of quarterbacks that have won Super Bowl and have been really good. Like Phil Simms, really good quarterback. Like just not a Hall of Famer. Flacco's like that. I don't know what the exact comparison is between him and Phil Simms, but like he's in that category.
Okay.
All right, good. Solid career. You weren't elite season in, season out during your time. You had a good run, and that's it. Let's just call it a good run. You had a good little career with the Ravens, bounced around, journeyman. Good for you.
You throwing Flacco in the journeyman conversation?
He was at the end of his career, yeah. He was. Yeah, when he got replaced by Lamar.
Okay.
Broncos, Jets, Eagles, I think.
Okay.
Then Browns.
But comeback player of the year with the Browns. Led them to the postseason.
I mean, and then we saw Flacco.
Still doesn't take away from what he did.
Then we saw Flacco be Flacco and stop getting lucky. So I don't think he's getting in. I don't even know. I don't think that has anything to do with Eli though. I think Eli's a tier above Flacco.
Eli got 2 Super Bowls.
What?
Eli just has 2 Super Bowls and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. So that's why I was just like, yo.
Anyway, I think he was consistently better too throughout regular seasons and just, all around quarterback. Like we were talking about Eli being top 10 range year in, year out. Outside of Flacco's run, we weren't doing that. He had a stretch of like a year and a half of where you're like, okay, yeah, he is. Maybe, is he an elite quarterback? Is he in that class? Outside of that, I can't name one other year where he was even considered in the top 10. You disagree?
Slightly, yeah.
So you think he should be in the Hall of Fame?
I think he has a case. We're going to say that Debo got a case and Hines Ward has a case, right?
I mean, they're, 4 or 5-time Pro Bowlers. James Harrison, All-Pro, Defensive Player of the Year, and the
Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year. We all say that the Super Bowl matters, right? That's a big reason why Eli is getting in, right? Because he won twice and he did it versus, Brady. That's all.
I don't even know if Flacco has a Pro Bowl.
Okay. He got a Super Bowl MVP, and a comeback player of the year, though. Like, we can't take that away from him.
It was a good run. That's all I'm leaving it to. Good run. Good stretch.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying that he's going to have a case.
I don't think he gets in. Tons of fun. It's a shame Highsmith wasn't in the top 100. If he only had a podcast or something, like Call of Duty or Fortnite related, the only thing worse is TJ at 8.
Okay. I don't think Highsmith needs to have a podcast to get in this convo, man.
He should have been in last year.
Yeah,
but this year I could see why he's off. Yeah, I don't think he needed to be on this year's list. Last year,
the 14.5 last year would have been big. But knowing that also the voting takes place in season, I could understand why they might have overlooked him a year ago. This year, it just wasn't loud enough, I felt like.
Let's get you, Dub. It has candy. He's talking about the burrito.
Okay.
It has candy and stuff wrapped in cotton candy.
Hey, you know what? That's probably terrible for my health, but it low-key sound all right, though. I'm a candy guy. Y'all know I love my sweets, man. Yeah, I don't need it, though. But I'll probably kill that, though. I'll definitely kill that. I'm going to pull a picture of this thing one of these days. Okay.
That's it for the Supers.
I like it, man. I like it. Shoot, I think the only thing left for us to do is are we doing score predictions for this game?
I'm going to say 24-21.
we crossing that 24 threshold already.
Yeah.
No build up to it. We just, all right, I like it then, man.
Yeah, we're getting 24.
I like
Fields
it.
has a good series or two. We score from there.
Okay.
Honestly, though, I am kind of nervous about Kyle Allen and John Rice Plumlee.
It's like, yo, 24
so we're gonna
points,
need
Deke.
we're gonna need
24 points.
We're going to need a twofer from Fields.
We starting fast, man.
We're going to need 2 for 2 from Fields. 2 touchdowns, 2 series.
Yeah.
I think that happens. Then,
Okay.
then one of those other 2 quarterbacks.
Somebody get lucky.
Yeah, they
Short
get us a
field.
touchdown. I don't know if it's them throwing the touchdown, but they're going to command the offense for a touchdown, and then we get a field goal from Matthew Wright.
All right. Matthew Wright. Shout out to Matthew Wright as well. And speaking of, man, I'm glad you brought up Matthew Wright. Have you seen these kickers getting paid lately?
I actually think
when is Boz getting that check, bro?
Get 17. I think our defense.
24-17 is you going with? Okay.
Yeah. 24-17.
I like that.
When does Boz get paid? I think he's getting paid. What did the most
Buckner
recent dude get?
I thought Buckner just got the
What'd he get?
highest paid joint now.
What did he get?
Boz
is getting like $4 million.
Boz is out the top 5 in terms of money, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's probably due soon.
Yeah, let me see what he got. Literally, yeah, when you brought up Matthew Wright, I was like, oh, yeah, Harrison Buckner, he got a 4 for 25.6.
So I think Boz is getting paid the same as Tucker.
Yeah, so Buckner got 17.8 guaranteed. Yeah, because Tucker, obviously, we know he's still at the end of his deal. He's been getting 6 a year. All right, yeah, though.
What's his per year, Buckers?
Let's see. The deal makes him the highest paid at $6.4 million per year. Because up until that point, it was Tucker and then Jake Elliott, who from the Eagles was the 2 highest paid at 6 a year. Boz is not. Boz is, like I said, like the 4. I think it was 4 range.
He's either 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever he's up, he'll get somewhere around there.
Okay. No deal before the season, though, for you?
Is he holding out? Is
No, I
this
don't
the
think he's
last year
holding
of his
out.
deal?
But I think we are getting to that part. Let me just check real quick. I feel like he might have a year left on it.
We can roll with Matthew Wright if he wants to hold out.
Oh, you playing games with my man Boz? Don't do that, Deke. That's crazy. Don't do that, man.
I think the Steelers got the leverage by having a pretty good backup.
You doing that
with
with Matthew
Wright.
You saying Matthew Wright? So yeah, he signed his 4-year extension 2 years ago. So should have 2 remaining. All right, so we might have a year left on that before we got to get to the money then.
He's getting 5 a year.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, 4 for 20.
All right, he ain't stressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
All right. So, yeah, shout out to Harrison Buckner. Shout out to all the other kickers getting checks, but that just made me want to.
I think it's just natural inflation with the salary cap and stuff. Like that $6 million that Butcher's getting right now is probably around what Boz got when he signed his deal.
Okay,
is equal to the 5.
Yeah, respect.
Salary cap's taking a big jump these last couple of years.
Yeah, because this is, like I said, Boz's deal was in 2022, so we know even last year had a big jump salary cap wise too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm glad it's not more, honestly. Yeah, if you mean to tell me over the course of a couple of years, the top tier kicker salaries only go up like $1 million, that's fine.
I'm about to say, man, the kickers start getting them 9s. You be like, hold on,
right.
hold on. You won't do you that bad now.
Certain ones would deserve it though.
I feel like we
top
lose.
5 kickers do deserve. They would deserve like a 9 or a 10. I think like a Tucker deserving a 10.
I was gonna say I think I would like our deal to get done before Tucker's deal, because I can see Tucker being in that convo, and then if he's in that convo, then that's naturally gonna push Boz's number up. Whereas if Boz goes first, I think we can keep that number a little bit more closer to the single versus
maybe
the double.
Should sign Boz. Maybe that's the story no one's talking about this offseason. We should sign Boz to an extension right now.
Low key, I mean, it's there. Hey, look, take this 2 extra and then you be good. Go about your business, man. Take this 6, now we straight. Because when Tucker re-ups, that 6 is no longer be the highest paid. There's no way you got Tucker.
Yeah, here's the other thing, though. I mean, Steelers, you ain't really trying to do this because the kicker position, it's such a year-to-year thing.
It is, but for Boz, it seemingly hasn't been that. He's kind of given us that stability.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had that sketchy year in 2018, but
yeah,
you just never know with kickers. Honestly, like that's the thing.
Yeah.
They can be helter-skelter at times.
Mm-hmm.
Anything more than a 2 or 3. Well, they gave Boz a 4.
That's
fine. I don't know what the guarantees were or anything, but
because it was 4 for 20, but only 12 was guaranteed.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe
it wasn't like crazy.
I think you just want it to be like a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Really, you don't want anything more than that. Okay. Then you're locked into something that, man, we didn't sign up for this version of Boz. We didn't sign up for this version of this kicker.
But Boz he ain't old.
No, I know. You just never know. You just never know, man. Like, no one could have predicted Boz' 2018 where he kicked like 60%.
Yeah.
Like, that was out of nowhere. He made a Pro Bowl the year before. He was like the best kicker in the league.
They said he was in with
that. He might have been. Yeah, I don't know.
That
was a really bad year.
Yeah.
And good for him for bouncing back.
Yeah, respect on that. Because it did look pretty bleak that offseason. Yeah. Because, they actually took away games. And they took away the guaranteed money that offseason. That
cost us a couple games.
Yeah, but they took his guaranteed money. Told him he had to prove it. I remember that. Yeah, it basically was like, we're not going to guarantee this bonus right here, but if you make the roster and you get back to being consistent, you get the money. So, okay. All right. Well, I like that then, man. I don't think we're going to score as much as you had dropped the 24. As much as I would love to see that, I do have my skepticism about when Fields comes off that field, just how explosive we could be offensively. Just a little nervous. So I'm going to go 19. I think we get 19. 19 to 16. I like that. No. That's not weird enough. Give me 19 to 15. I went 19-15 Steelers. Yeah, I like that. 19-15. Now, how do we get the 19? I'm not all the way sure. I need something extra weird to happen in the game, but I'm rooting for it because it's preseason. And we all remember, too, no overtime. So if it's close and it's tied at the end, no matter what the commentator says, there's no overtime in this game, all right? So the game's going to end, baby. So that's going to be a vibe right there. But I like it, though, bro. It's a vibe today, man. Good vibe. So, yeah, man, anything you got this weekend, man? Where can they find you at? You doing any streaming this weekend?
Yeah, I might be doing stuff over on YouTube before the game and then Bleach Report after. So check me out.
There it is. So you heard the homie right there. Y'all know we do a little post game over here, man, a little reaction and stuff like that as well, man. So we vibed out, man. Y'all got multiple options, man, but y'all better be tapping in with one or the other, man. I show a love I'm exposed to, man. But yeah, other than that, man, y'all stay safe out there. If y'all traveling into the city, man, be safe and make sure y'all turn up if y'all in the stadium tomorrow, baby. All right. But other than that, I think that's everything. Your boy is not going to be down there. All right. Not doing my interviews with the dudes, the legends, until week 1 of the regular season. Just throwing that out there. All right. So don't pull up on that FedEx Great Hall looking for the boy. All right. Yeah. I ain't gonna be there. But other than that, man, y'all stay safe out there. It's gonna be a vibe. So with that being the case, man, we appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby.
Peace.